It is begun. Oh, right, music. That's the thing we need.
By the way, I apologize if you hear me coughing and or sniffling. I came down with the flu just recently, and I'm kind of still working my way through it.
I'm also sick.
Here's the last song that I played on this room. This is not fitting at all. And somebody give me a word.
Slime.
No.
Time.
Future punk.
Alright, here's a song.
Toy Story.
No, we're just listening to Umbrella Pants for now. Alright. So, what are you guys up to?
Looking up slime t-shirts. That's what the chorus is doing.
Currently, Decabyte is monitoring the host matrix, making sure that everything's fine on the boat, since that's what he's being paid copious amounts of money to do. And also, harassing people on the internet because that's a hobby.
Alright. And who's making typing noises?
Not moi.
Anon is... what the fuck is she up to? She's... and she's probably doing accounting shit, because we had to spend some dosh last run, so she's just getting that squirreled away.
So Anon has just been in the accounting dungeon for a week.
Yeah.
I get the odd feeling that every so often, Anon ends up getting a heart attack from Decabyte. Hey, we need to go and spend another 15 grand to repair this piece of the engine of the helicopter. Air.
Yeah, speaking of which, how's repairs for all those drones from last mission going?
Moderately well since they're done. It's
Yeah.
the maintenance that's expensive.
Sure. Yeah, I guess it would make sense for Decoris to just like, I don't know what kind of activities this would be, but she would be doing something to practice her bargaining since she's working on that.
Did Decoris ever get a call back from that one guy?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know, GM. You tell us.
It's not my character.
Yeah.
I mean, he is now.
No.
I don't know. I personally feel he would. Gotta get a pick me up after that train wreck of a week.
Yeah. If there was like follow up to that whole meeting, then Decoris would politely ask Noose to scope out the meeting spot that was proposed by the guy. See if it was a trap. If it wasn't, she'd go out and hang with him, and would not be opposed to the night ending, with a happy ending, so to speak.
Though in that case, you could probably call him a contact then, couldn't you?
Right, and Noose is busy with magic stuff, so he's currently unavailable.
Did he wake up?
No, he's busy in his sleep.
Yeah, also that, I guess.
Gotta love that long haul.
Got to. It's required.
Please, please don't long haul yourself to death like last time.
I mean, you did us good work.
It really was. And so what's Velasca up to?
Oh,
I really don't know. I am not in a good place. Can we just get the briefing started?
Alright, Decabyte. You are receiving a transmission from Winter Systems.
This is Decabyte speaking. How can I assist you?
We have another job for you.
All right. In this case, Decabyte will immediately ping Anon to join the conversation.
Oh yeah, she'll enter into the big set call.
It's the Winter Systems liaison. Says he's got something for us.
All right, and I join the call. Hello, this is Anon.
We have a unique opportunity currently, and we need somebody more new to the scene and less restricted by the rules.
Oh yeah, that's your tea.
Please elaborate.
Guido Veronesi, the local capo of the Carnetti family, is currently going to be holding a party to celebrate his son's 17th birthday. This will be on Sunday. During that party, I want you to manage to get yourselves invited and recover a manifesto.
What kind of manifesto?
It's a book. We'll send you a picture. We believe that it contains evidence that we can use against him. And it is vitally important that you are not seen with this manifesto.
Is it a manifest or a manifesto? Because those are two very different things.
It's one of those.
a manifesto is a public declaration of policy and aims, especially one issued before an election by a political party or candidate.
I could actually see how that would be rather useful in the hands of a major crime syndicate, depending on whose manifesto that might be.
Either way, it's irrelevant.
And manifest does not have a noun version. Oh, no, there it is.
I mean, it is relevant. Are we looking for, like, a document on a data drive? Or, okay, we're looking for a book.
Yeah, you just said that.
A document giving comprehensive details of a ship and its cargo and other contents, passengers, and crew for the use of customs officers. Either way, it's information. We're looking for data.
Well, we're looking for a hard copy book that's very different.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking for information, whatever the book contains. Yeah.
Well, that's not necessarily true, because if it's, say, a manifesto from a previous head of the family, it can be used as like it's sort of like a figurehead type thing, where you can hold it up as like, I have this as proof of my legitimacy. taking that away could cause some serious problems and repercussions in the long run, especially for someone who's trying to establish, I presume, a dynasty. Criminals love their tradition, after all. Can you forward us any information that you've got on the book?
Yeah, he sends you a picture of it.
Could you describe the picture? Like, is there any writing on the book or anything like that?
Yeah, it's very distinctive.
It's a green book.
It's brown. It's got like silver, gold latches and whatnot. It looks very old.
Interesting. So what kind of pay are we looking for this thing? I presume this is a little bit above our usual retainership.
We're offering 200,000 new yen. However, if there is any evidence connecting you to this book, the mission is an immediate failure. There cannot be any connections, or else Veronesi's lawyers will tear us apart.
So this thing just needs to disappear.
Correct.
Well, I'm not saying this in the call, but simple solution: just use an invisibility prep and we run out. Because, it's not that we can't be seen at all, just that we can't be seen with the book, right?
Or, I mean, we could do
if
that.
they
and
watch
also
the book
set
just fly outside, that wouldn't be very good.
We could also steal the book like that and set a fire and make it look like the book disappeared in this horrible birthday party fire.
And plus, like, my invisibility preps can be used on objects.
Well, I guess the question that really comes down to is, like, by not seeing, do you mean that they can't identify one of us with the book, or they can't identify that the book was removed at all? Like, I presume the idea is to completely blindside them, but, like, what level of, I guess, flexibility are we looking at here?
Ideally, we don't want them to know that the book is gone at all.
So no loud, flashy disturbances. Got it.
Well, I mean, we can't, like, either. Do we know what's in the book?
If we knew what was in the book, we wouldn't be hiring you.
Well, I mean, if you wanted us to make it disappear without making it disappear, we'd need to swap it out. Otherwise, we're going to need to make it look like it's destroyed. Those are kind of the only two explanations that mean that no one's stolen it.
Well, I think the question there would be, how long would it take for you to do whatever you're looking with the book between us retrieving it and getting it to you? Because if it just needs to go away and you'll have it ready within like a few days, then we might be able to get away without needing a copy or a forgery.
Yeah, but like if this is like the family Bible and they read it every night, they're gonna notice.
My concern is that if it's something magical. I know they've been digging up a lot of tomes lately, all kinds of weird places. This could be some sort of bizarre Italian mafia magic. I see book, I think magic. Is that weird? Or perhaps I'm just well trained from living with two magical people. But it seems pretty straightforward. Is there any information you can give to us about the crime family?
The only information that you need to know is that the party will be at the Veronesi mansion. It will be happening at 11 o'clock p.m. on Sunday.
Late night party, huh? And this is for the son's 17th birthday, is it?
Yes.
I can think of a few wins. Think of a few wins pretty easy, too. I don't see any problems here. How about you? I'd say to Anon.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I don't really see any problems with the job as it is. We've got some time to do some legwork, so
Yeah, nothing, nothing stands out as, you know, impossible to perform. I think we can definitely take it.
this is not a character question, but for taking jobs, are we going to bring the rest of the crew in about this? Or are we just going to take it and be like, okay, we got a job?
I guess that's a good question.
I know Decorus talked to the team about before taking a job.
Yeah, I'll once we've got the details kind of hashed out, we'll contact our Decabite will contact Velasquez and Decorus and ping them into the conversation with like a quick summary of everything that's been talked about so far and whether or not they're interested.
So we're supposed to get ourselves invited to this party, go to the party, get the book, make sure nobody knows we have the book, and make sure that they know the book isn't missing.
Sounds about right.
Or do we care if they know that it's missing once we're gone?
Again, we would prefer that they not know.
Is the book magical, or is it mundane enough that we could try to manufacture a copy?
We haven't had time to analyze it. That's why we need the book.
How
feel
true
like
that
if
is.
we were to try to make a forgery, we'd need to have the book in the first place, and by that time, it's a moot point anyway.
Well, okay, so mood is not. That's not the term mood is used for. But no, I mean, like, we could manufacture, and no, I'm sorry, I'm snapping, but moot is a specific legal term meaning an argument on law that is yet to be argued, but is not necessarily relevant to this case, but is not settled case law.
Okay.
It is a profound pet peeve of mine, and I apologize that I'm being a petty human being right now, but yeah, moot is used in very specific ways.
I think that's kind of a moot point.
Seriously not helping, Fuse.
Apparently, there's another phrase called a mute point. Maybe that's what people are trying to say. Although I've never heard that. Anyway, proceeding onwards. An irrelevant point, whether or not we can make a copy of it to replace it if we need to have it in the first place to make it a duplicate.
Well, I think that's a conversation better saved for when we're not talking to the Johnson. I presume they don't want anything. They don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get the chorus into the Skype call and have her argue the price.
Well, I thought she was already there. That's why.
Well, yeah. I just it is a figure of speech, I guess. Also, can I assist by rolling my accounting knowledge skill?
Justify it.
Because I account for our our PMC. I'm familiar with winter systems and like what they should be paying for something like this, and the resources that they would normally put towards put towards something of this of this caliber.
I would even go so far as just simply say, I'm talking smoothly, she's talking numbers, and when you mix the two, they work better.
All right.
Nice. I've got time. I'm gonna down a potion before I start talking. Like one sec. Let me take a shot.
Chug, 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 chug,
I would
chug.
imagine you have time for a complex action.
Yeah. That's 13 dice.
Alright, we said, so the price was 20 or 200,000.
The price is right. Why did I say that again? I'm repeating my jokes.
Price is rice.
So take 5 extra dice.
Wow. Okay. I'll take 5 extra dice for negotiation. Not with a specialty, because I don't have bargaining yet. But I will roll. Yeah, that's the right roll. 8. Will I edge that? I'll edge that.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time, so you'll have time to regain edge.
21 minus 8 is 13. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sweet. 10.
Oof.
Not my limit.
Fuse?
All
Hello?
right. We'll offer a $25,000 or New Yen bonus if you manage to get in without them finding out that the book is gone and don't kill anybody.
That's like my best skill. Oh well.
Well, your 5 extra dice got an extra hit. Definitely. And then 2 extra.
And then 2 more.
Yeah. So you're
The
5
only
extra
2 on the edge.
dice. Yeah. Anyway, sweet. Yeah, that sounds fair if it does. Does the team accept this? Just
Yeah.
so that the 25,000 extra bonus is for if we get in and out without them noticing the book is gone,
Correct.
and alongside no deaths. Wonderful. Or at least no deaths of theirs. Ideally, none of ours, but I don't think that affects the bonus. Ha ha. Yeah, this sounds suspiciously like a cakewalk, but like just difficult enough.
There's no way it's gonna be a cakewalk.
No, yeah, no, but
No, I mean like the book. The book is the sticking point. There's no way we can get it out and get it back in without them noticing. So we have to do some sort of swap or somehow make it so they don't want to go in there and check it.
we're not returning the book at any point, are we? We're just
No, we're just stealing it.
Okay, so they don't actually care if they know it's missing.
Well, they do care for the bonus. So it's $200,000 for getting the book, 25 for no one dies and no one knows it's missing.
Yeah, and I assume no one knows it's missing only for like the immediate like.
Yeah, that's not an in perpetuity. No one knows it's missing.
Yeah.
That's like the mental sticking point I have is that if like no one notices it's missing, that means no one ever notices it's missing. This is no one knows it's missing with like a sunset period.
Well, they'll definitely know that it's missing after they pull it out as evidence.
Yeah, like how long do they have to not know that it's missing?
Yeah.
A few days, probably.
Yeah. So there you go.
So
a reasonably convincing forgery.
Yeah. Does anyone have the forgery skill?
We have a forgery workshop.
I have a potential contact who might be able to help.
I do as well. So.
Contacts.
And we got a. All right, so let's finish up the call before we start.
Yes, if you don't have any other questions, I have other business to attend to.
Yep. That'll be all from us. Thank you. Thank you for the call.
I
One
look
quick
forward
question
to seeing.
before he logs off. Is this the same Winter Systems liaison as the last mission, or is it someone
That would
different?
make sense.
All right.
I look forward to seeing you get the job done quickly. Click.
Did we get a timescale on this?
Yeah, I do believe it's 11 p.m. on the following Sunday, so we have 7 days, and then mission day.
What day of the week did we end on last run?
That would be Friday.
And then today's like
So if it's a week
the
later,
the Sunday to like, yeah, basically.
So we've
so
got
you've
3
got
days.
Friday and Saturday, and most of Sunday.
3 days.
Well, that's doable.
All right. Well, first matters is first. Getting ourselves invited to this party. That sounds like Decorus's job.
You're also sent an address.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, also, I I took the time to learn the stealth prep. So no, sneaking, making noise while sneaking is no longer an issue.
Oh, nice.
In theory.
We've taken our base and flooded it with hay. That way, any would-be sneakers will be sneezing like crazy.
Or you could do
Also
like a
disturbing the
nightingale
hay.
floor. Yeah, I feel like a nightingale floor is a much simpler solution.
I never heard of those. Cool. um.
Alright, so you twiddle your thumbs for a minute.
Yeah. So, have an address. So this is a kid's birthday party, a 17-year-old birthday party. Yeah.
Yes.
So what kind of angle can we use to get us fully grounded? Okay, first question. How many of us are planning to be invited into this place? Do we want all of us there, only one of us? I assume the smaller number is easier, but larger number is going to give us more options later on.
Well, it depends on the angle you want to go with, because if you're looking at just getting invited as a guest, like there's some potential there, but it would be pretty hard for the bulk of us to blend in. But there's always a door in with the help.
Or we have a rigger.
Also, this is a possible angle. Decorus can sing and also comedy. She could easily get in as a talent.
This is a 17-year-old's birthday party for a mafia family. I feel like it's probably going to be strippers and booze, but I also think we have a rigger who we might be able to dress up as a custom car guy and like have some see if we have a crime contact who's willing to send our rigger in presenting like some car that we've dressed up as a birthday gift.
I was very confused until you added the word guy.
Car dressed up as a car guy. Also, I would like to make an argument. I don't think there's an age where people stop liking comedy.
I'm just saying, I'm betting female comic not going to be his forte. I don't feel like there's a lot of like Margaret Cho fans in the mafia.
Do we know the birthday boy is a birthday boy? Was that a piece of information we were given?
Yes, his son is a boy.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you're talking about strippers and all that. I don't know if stripping would be going on, but again, Decorus is a very attractive female, traditionally at least.
I don't
That's a fair
believe
point.
you.
I do.
um,
As an aside, yeah, as soon as one of you mentions like we should send the rigger, and the rigger is going to look at you, it's like no.
Well, you don't have to like fully get in. You just have to deliver. Like, what if we were to get a cheap ass? Oh no, they'll probably detect it. Never mind. This would cut into our budget, but we could buy a nice car and then smuggle ourselves inside of it, and then you leave as the rigger.
we buy a cake, put one of us in it.
Well, yeah, we're doing that, but it's more complex and less insane.
Okay, I've got this giant wooden horse, right?
I mean, it fucking worked for Odysseus. Don't knock it until you've tried it.
Well, I'm not against the whole Trojan horse approach, but I think at this juncture, there's other, like, the biggest issue would be that if I'm being presented, I'm not going to be able to be doing things like hacking cameras, shutting down security systems.
There's also the idea, in terms of Trojan stuff, there's also the idea that we want this to be subtle. We don't want to use any sort of gunfire, any sort of gas. We don't want to use weapons. And given that detail, if we are there when we're not supposed to be, this is a mafia party. People there are going to be armed. So if we just pop out of somewhere not invited, we're going to be shot down. So we need to supposed to be there. Be supposed to be there.
I'm not saying that, like, yeah, ideally, I'm just saying if we run into a situation where we cannot get the people who we need in there, because we're going to need probably our most stealthy person, which is going to be Anon, then we're going to have to think about ways of getting Anon in that conceal her presence and then allow her to invisibly get into the library or wherever they're storing it. I mean, my hope is that it's not, like, on the middle of a table, like, I'm hoping this is not a mafia bar mitzvah where he's going to be reading from the mafia Torah at the end of it, because that's going to make it really awkward.
Are there any for 17? I know that there are parties for certain ages in the Jewish tradition, Judaism.
Wait, is this? Did I miss some? Did we establish that this is the Jewish mafia?
No, I didn't. I was just saying, if it's the equivalent of a bar mitzvah where you're going to
True.
be reading from the Torah at the end, if we're stealing the Torah, it's probably not the best place to do it. I'm just saying, let's hope it's in a library.
Yeah, I understood that what you said was like a thing, but then Neon started talking like, well, if this is a Jewish event.
It's called improv, yes, and.
That's sweet. Well, while we're all thinking about this, Anon's going to excuse herself real quick to make a replacement prep for that logic one that she just used.
Sure.
And she'll do it while she's feeling very logical.
Use a logic prep to make you better at making a logic prep.
That depends on how much force you're putting into it and how long it's going to last.
Oh, I'm doing it at 4-6 and 4. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't get the bonus, so, but you know.
Yeah, Decorus's suggestion would be like, find out who's running the party, find out their trail, follow them around, and be somewhere where they are, show it, like, make them want us to be there, and then we're done.
I'm just assuming that. Well, I mean, what we need to do first off, before we do any plan, is we need to get surveillance and like figure out what's going on. So we need to get eyes on the building because we need to figure out where this book is. Since if it's somewhere public, that's going to make it so that like Decorus palming it will be that's a simple plan, and we should go with that. But if it's like in a secured library, that means that we've got to like figure out how to get a cat burglar in there.
Decorus also doesn't have. I don't think she has palming. No.
Well, there goes that plan.
Yeah, no.
But you know what's funny?
What?
I do have palming.
Whoa! I feel like we've got our various stealth skills split amongst two people.
Wait, what stealth skills do you have?
I have sneaking and escape artist and locksmith.
Ideally, escape artist wouldn't be needed for stealth.
Sure.
Okay, but yeah, we should first. What area is this estate located in?
Fuse?
I don't know what specific area it would be in, but it's a luxury place.
Oh shit. Can we get noise? Can we get Nos to bilocate to the place and just see if there's an astral barrier there real quick?
You distract Noose from his meditation or whatever. He does a quick flyby, comes back, and there is no mana barrier.
Okay, cool.
But what observation drones do you have?
All of them.
Okay, so you got like micro and like the really tiny espionage ones?
I have a full block of 10 micro drones.
You're my fucking hero.
What kind of micro drones?
Micro skimmers. By definition, they're like 6 centimeters across or something like that. They're not like by definition of micro drone size.
Do you have any like? Isn't there a smaller one that's like insect size, like millimeters?
Yeah, but that can get destroyed by flying too close to a microwave.
Yeah, well, I mean, you send drones into places where humans would die, so they're kind of expendable.
So I'm thinking. So we'll definitely want to Shanghai those micro drones in there. Do we know where the where the book is being kept?
Fuse?
No, you don't.
Okay, so that's like our first priority is just get eyes in the target and figure out where the book is.
Yeah.
Taking care of it.
Hey, please do.
Is there some sort of map that we could have approximate what the drone is seeing?
Right now, I'm just tell you what. Since a lot of what I'm doing is just technical roles, if you guys want to do something else, because I'm just GM whispering most of this stuff, just to go in space. if you like the information that I'm going to be looking for, just to go and sum it up, looking for a floor plan, security floor plan, firewall, data processing, host rating, any active spiders on the floor, security measures like cameras and turrets, drone processing, and then any computers on with files that I can access. So it's going to be just 10,000 roles.
Also, cross-check once you have an address and location, cross-check it with a city utility grid and an underground grid, since there's a possibility that if we can't get in, we can do some sort of movement either from above or below. You know, entrapment style.
Night trap.
Do. Watch out behind you.
I mean, and the other advantage of that from Velasquez's perception is, wait, shit, a non-security armor
What?
is ruthenium polymer, so no Catherine Zeta-Jones catsuits. Foiled again.
I mean, that wouldn't go with Anon's shtick
Wow.
anyway.
All right. Thank you for that, Fuse, but I haven't actually started searching on the network yet.
Oh, no, that's just the matrix perception on the host. The initial one.
That is extremely useful. All right. So
what are our skills physically getting in there? I have sneaking and palming at 13.
Sneaking at 10.
Gymnastics at 11. I can repel at 11. And that's about it for like really silent stuff. I'm going to go ahead and assume that we probably don't want to use like my high yield debt cord to cut open the bottom out from under the book, since that'll be noisy.
Yeah. If we have any metal in our way, I can use my alchemical thermite.
Yeah, because that's quiet.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Could we do that thing in Mission Impossible where we get the big mirror and walk along the hallway?
I actually don't know what you're referencing.
Fooling the cameras.
Oh, the camera. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's from Ghost Protocol, and yeah. They put a big mirror in the hallway. It's really ridiculous and lovely.
Oh, that's a good one. Right.
So, we are planning on sneaking into this place, not getting ourselves invited like the Johnson asked.
Well, I mean, that's plan A. But like whether or not we have to sneak once we're past the front gate is up to the layout. I mean, like there's an entire possibility that the book is in a non-public area.
Sure.
I mean, plan A is like the book is just on an end table in the library, and there's a piano, and you go in and pretend to play the piano and grab the book on your way out. But like, assuming the fates aren't with us.
Sure. What if it's like in a really public area, but it's also garnering like a lot of attention, like it's constantly being surveyed by onlookers?
Then we don't do it at the party. Or we put bed bugs in the house, so they have to get everyone out and fumigate.
And then we show up as fumigators.
So, hear me out, guys. I've got these head lice bombs, lice, tick, and flea bombs.
We show up dressed like the Ghostbusters, and we say someone saw a cockroach up on 13.
13? Well, that's where our book is. We don't want cockroaches eating that. Go on.
And then when they say it's a hell of a cockroach, one of us says, bite your head off. And that one of us is Bill Murray.
I haven't seen Ghostbusters recently.
Vision enhancement doesn't affect matrix perception, does it? No.
No.
Okay.
You could probably just be doing this publicly since nobody else is doing anything.
Since nobody else cares.
Okay.
I care about the results. I just don't care about the minutia.
Yeah. What are my hits?
What are his hits?
Your hits are 7.
Okay.
Matrix perception is only resisted if you're trying to find something running silent.
Well, the first thing I'm looking for is there anything running silent in the area?
Yes.
Okay, is there anything running not silent in the area?
No.
Oh.
Hmm.
What a quiet place.
Do I see any devices on the host?
There is one device that's not running silent.
It's the book.
A comlink.
Alright. What is, Alright, so that's 3 questions, right? Is it 4? Alright, I won't see any silent icons unless I'm actually physically there. But I can spot it but since I'm on the host, I can try to spot
You didn't
that.
go on the host.
Yeah. Right now I'm just observing the outside, so there's no drones or anything?
Not that you've seen.
Alright. What is the target comlink's com code? The one that I do see.
You'd have to perception on the comlink specifically.
Right, then I will matrix perception that comlink.
Alright, 5 questions.
First question, what is the comlink's com code?
Number.
I have it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Who does the comlink belong to? Is there a name attached to it?
I don't think that's a legal question.
Who doesn't this comlink belong to?
Well, I mean, if like the device would be attached to a SIN unless it's a burner comlink.
I can also say that in a couple of phones I've owned in the past, it will ask you to list your own number as a number in the phone. So you can say, what is the number that links to this phone, and what is the name attached to it? You know.
You don't find anything on the surface that can tell you that.
Okay. Do I see any files or programs on the comlink? That's 2 questions.
Each file would be its own question.
My internet's going to reset for a second. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Alright, stay safe.
Yeah, my VPN needs to change where it's appearing since I'm getting some weird errors.
You're a Decker, aren't you?
No, I just live in Canada but want American TV.
Alright. Have fun.
Okay, there. Now I'm in San Francisco.
Woo!
Good.
Wait, I thought we were in
So,
Manhattan.
what files are you looking for?
Primarily, I am looking for the file for the contact list on this phone.
All right, there's the contact list file.
Right. I am also looking for the for a file on if there's a file that lists like if they've used this phone for any recent purchases, like any receipts that like a receipts file.
All right, you can find that.
And third thing I'm looking for is what the firewall rating on the comlink is.
7.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt to hack the comlink and put 1 mark on it.
Come.
All right, reminder that you need a mark on the file to do anything with the file, unless you're trying to spoof command.
If the file's on the device, then I can't access the file. It's the tier thing. File, device, and then host. If the comlink is attached to a host. Alright. And my limit on that is 9.
All right, 12-net hits.
Alright, so I've got 6 more questions.
Well,
What other?
it wouldn't be 12. You said 9 was the limit?
Yeah, 9 was
Yeah,
the
so
limit.
only 8.
8.
So only
that's 4 more
4 questions.
Yeah. Alright, do they have a like personal pictures file on there?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have? Let's see. We've got receipts. We've got contact list, personal photos. What else did I get? Firewall. What's the data processing? While we're at it,
Also 7.
also 7. It's a Transys Avalon, isn't it? Yes, it is, because that's of course what it is. That's the only rating 7 device comlink. Okay. So I got 2 more questions, and I got to think about this for a second. Do I for the contacts list? Can I see the last time that was edited?
Yes, you could.
Was it recent?
Fairly recent.
Okay. And is there a data bomb on the photo on the contacts list?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go and start running some edit files. Specifically to copy.
All right.
I'm going to move some numbers around really quick on my deck. Data processing is being
So-
boosted.
Again, like that's not how that works. The mark has to be on the the file.
Well, right now I'm just moving things around on my cyber deck, so I can begin doing that.
Right.
All right.
My dog really wants to not be in this room right now.
by a lot. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Fork to hack on the fly the receipts and contacts file and put 1 mark on each. So,
All right. Are those resisted separately?
yes, those are it's resisted as 2 different
All right.
actions. Okay, so here's for the receipts. And here is for the contacts.
My dog really wants to get back into this room.
Why do you have a door? That's clearly what the dog is saying. That's what all dogs are saying. There shouldn't be a door here.
All right, so 7 net hits on the first and 2 on the second.
All right. I'm just going to go and do a copy file on both of those.
Yep. So what were the files that you got?
For all of the sum total of the files is personal photos, receipts, contact, and I think I just grabbed a bunch of rating stuff too. Like I suppose I can't see actually, you know what? Since I have questions, do I see a file like a list or a file that lists all the other files on the phone?
You know, this thing has
A
like 7
directory?
dice to resist you. And you've got
Yeah.
27. So just whatever you want. Let's speed this up a bit.
Okay, so I'm basically going to copy everything on the comlink, and then I'm going to forward that information to Decorus and Anon to see if there's anything that they can use for that, like for meeting people or talking or doing things like or purchasing or whatever else have you.
Alright, and
I'm also
what
going to
order
download
are you going to be getting the files in?
contacts first, receipts second, and then photos third.
Alright, when you start trying to get the photos file, the comlink turns off.
Okay. So we got receipts and contacts.
Yes.
That's fine. By the way, did in the process of getting this information, did I find out her name attached to the comlink?
Their own contact is just labeled as me. All of their contacts are listed as nicknames.
Interesting. All right.
Alright, you got the contacts and the receipts?
Yeah. So I know what they've been buying, and I know the names of the people they are talking to. Is there a way for me to spoof a comm code?
I feel like
Probably. Like, there would be a way to do that.
you're so needy. You're so needy.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty.
So you're noticing that the contact nicknames are all very informal. And this person has been purchasing a lot of music.
It's the dad.
Well, what's their Spotify playlist? Well, what's on their Spotify?
You didn't get that far.
Actually, what kind of music have they been listening to? He said they've been downloading a lot of music. We know
You got
that.
any music knowledge skills?
I have literature, and I have the singing performance, not knowledge skill, but active skill. So, perhaps in my time of study of singing, I
You
came
could roll
across
singing at a
various...
-2.
All right.
Alright. So I think
Assuming
I
that
know-
Decabite is showing you this list.
Yeah, I'm sharing. I send them the list as soon as I get that into them.
That is my singing -2.
All right, so you have heard some of these titles. It's from a newer genre that doesn't really have a name. It's a
Okay.
weird like postmodernist deconstruction of music.
All right. Do they have lyrics?
In theory, it sounds like screeching overlaid with incoherent babbling. And the beat sounds like somebody shoved your head through a drum.
And this is a consistent style over what they've
Yes.
been listening to. Well, if we assume this is the kid, then we could assume that this is music that they enjoy. And one could go from there to say, if someone were to be able to sing this type of stuff or play it, at the very least, then that would be an easy end to the party as far as talent.
So is Decorus going to be listening to music of this genre for a while?
Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah. Should I roll a will? To not get addicted!
No. But give me a composure.
Alright.
Yeah, you can stand it.
Sweet. Even kind of catchy. Decorus might in jest ask Decabite to patch this through the speakers on the boat.
Decabite will laugh at you and say no.
She'll laugh back.
Because
Well-
Decabite is in a boat full of people with guns and knives and stabby, hurty things.
I meant
But did
our boat.
Decorus tell Decabite what this music is?
Yeah, she would tell him the type of genre, various artists that play it, and how long it's been around. Which is not very long, I am to believe. Postmodernism.
Right. Whee.
And I feel like my ability to raise my voice naturally to 100 decibels might actually assist in singing this stuff.
Yeah.
Just because it sounds like it would just be loud noises a lot. So something that would help Decorus be invited to be the talent in this place is if we could find the current talent that is going to be there and make them not able to show up,
Maybe they have a little accident, eh?
Yeah. It'll be a shame. You have very nice kneecaps. Maybe they deserve a trip to somewhere you ain't.
Okay. Um,
No. Here I am driving poor Fuse up the wall. I keep doing hacky things and they take forever. Ugh. Well, I mean, you've got a list of the like person's contacts, so maybe extrapolate from that. Like, if you can get names,
Yeah, we could call the people up there and like try to figure out like some sort of web and by association who the person's phone was. Who do all these people know? In fact, can you? Would you be able to connect phone numbers to any sort of social account?
I can try.
Now, you could do a matrix search to see if that phone number appears anywhere.
In that case, I could run several actually. So let us roll up some matrix search for you. All right. So we are now matrix searching for.
please stop breathing into the microphone,
Oh,
Jan.
sorry.
All right. 3 hits. Like, this would be like a social media search, so it wouldn't really take that long. But I presume you want to threshold it?
Yeah.
All right. So how many rolls do you want to do at what interval?
Well, first there's the main one. So would you like to edge that?
Is this for the initial search?
Yeah. For that phone's contact.
Um,
I mean, we've got 3 days. If you spend less than 3 edge on this, then you'll get that back by the time the mission's on. Plus, this sounds like a solid lead if we can make it work.
well, my only question is, would it like with 3 hits, wouldn't that make the threshold since this is just looking for general knowledge? Yeah, even if it's limited, I definitely got the hit on that. No, I think I'll save it.
All right. You do not find any instance of that comm code.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. In that case, I will attempt to do that again, and this time I'm going to teamwork with my agent.
All right. Trying again has a -2.
Cool. This is for the agent teamwork. At -2, that would be.
It's a lot of ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not a glitch, though.
No, it's still a lot.
All right, 5 successes.
At 5 successes, you do actually find something. There is an archive of a page that was edited and then quickly edited again that has the comm code on it. And it was on the social media page for Giacinto Veronesi.
I have no idea who that is, but I'm about to find out.
Yeah, does that name match some sort of kid in a mafia, or any, does that last name match any mafia ties around?
Give me a memory.
Moi?
Any and or everyone. Yeah, that's at least
Got it.
one. This is the name of the person.
Sweet.
The capo was Guido Veronesi.
So
Okay.
that's the son.
Presumably.
Looking at the social media page, he looks like he would be around that age. And has the same last name.
Can we just, like, look up on Wikipedia about this person? Like, see if they have a kid?
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, I can just.
Can I do that without rolling?
I could do it for you since.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Please.
So we're going to go and data mine. Yeah. So we're going to go and data mine the shit out of his page. So assist with the. This is the assist. And
I mean, first, I would just say, like, he's a public figure. Maybe he has enough, like, public existence that there's a page for him on some sort of general knowledge site, like a wiki or some
You'd
such.
still have to make a matrix search to find that.
yeah, that's the matrix search right there. To data mine his page.
Alright, so you are discovering that Jacinto is currently going through a rebellious phase. He's been very lax with letting loose information. You find frequent pictures, usually ones that get deleted shortly afterwards, that you're able to find archives for, of this him in his house. You're finding
Sure.
that like he is in fact interested in that music. He's been talking a lot about the party and how he's inviting a lot of people from that scene.
Ooh.
And he's calling my phone.
Oh. You're talking too much about him. There's a hit put out on you. Don't answer that phone. They're gonna shoot you through it.
I mean, to be fair, though, the FBI hostage negotiation manual explicitly states no hostage negotiator has ever been killed via phone.
Not until
Via phone.
Not until I invent phone bullets.
What?
Christ. I love it when people start talking to me through the door with the headphones on, and it's like, can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
What?
What?
So, yeah, Decorus will definitely endeavor to look around to learn some of these tracks, find out what the most popular ones are, find out what the most, ironically popular ones are. Difference there. And try to like make a persona around that. Would that? No. No. Could I roll impersonation for trying to get into the headspace of a punk fan? I don't know what kind of bonus.
I'll allow it.
Sweet. Let me make sure of something first. Yeah, I don't even have a specialty for impersonation. I'll edge that. 21, 15. Nice.
And your limit was what, 13?
But that's for social. Is that a social? Yeah, that's a social thing.
Yeah, that would be a social thing.
Yeah, my limit's 13.
So you feel that you have a deep understanding for the kind of person that would be doing all of these things.
Wonderful.
you have a personality in your mind based on what they're interested in.
But I don't want to look like a poser. Is there something here I could be doing with my behavioral sociology knowledge skill?
Decabite, would that be
Yes.
a snoop?
That would be a snoop, yes. I think I rolled the wrong thing, didn't I?
I think it would be effectively the same.
Snoop, E-War plus intuition. Yeah, that would be the same roll.
It's resisted slightly differently, but doesn't matter for a host.
Yeah, it's logic plus firewall. Or just firewall for the host, I guess.
Well, rating plus firewall.
Yeah.
But, yep, you got it.
Okay. On these cameras, do I see the book I'm looking for?
So, which camera?
All
Well,
of
I
them.
suppose you don't really know.
Well, I need to know how many cameras are on the host first that I can see.
Let me check something.
Because I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be forking onto 2 cameras at a time.
You see 2 cameras.
That would be the rule for both cameras then.
All right, so both of those are outdoor cameras.
All right.
One of them you can see a pool, another pool, another pool,
Good God.
all together. You
Pretty
see
cool.
2 doors. There's windows that are looking into what looks like some kind of family room. You actually see the person that you've been seeing on the social media,
Nice.
All right.
Giacinto Veronesi, having a heated conversation with somebody else.
Perhaps an older adult male.
Yes.
I can't hear what they're saying though. Is there a microphone
No.
on the camera?
There is, but they're pretty far away.
All right.
They're about just under 20 meters, and on the other side of a wall.
Yeah, that would do it. Unless they're getting real loud.
Yeah. Then you might hear something muffled.
Is he a human?
Yes, they are both human.
Okay. Do you want me to do a copy action for this, or can I just port that into my memory? Like print screen it, so I have.
You can save that. Also, about 22 meters away, you can see one entrance, and 11 meters away from the camera, you see a different one, neither of which looks like a main entrance.
All right.
On
How
the
many?
other camera, that's also an outside camera, you can see what is definitely a main entrance, though you don't see the door itself. It looks like the camera is positioned like above and to the side of the door, looking outward.
Well, that's interesting. I'll just save. Like, are these moving cameras or stationary?
They are stationary.
Okay. Yeah, once I've got all that information, I'll plug out of the cameras. And you said there were some computers on that system?
Yes.
How many computers are on that system?
2.
Okay. So I'm going to matrix perception both of them.
While you're, as you're looking back, one of them is no longer on the system.
Okay.
So you can matrix perception the other one.
All right. So that is what I will do. And I'm going to have my agent assist. So there's the agent assist. And then
And you should just have the agent be doing this.
you know, I'm really starting to think that.
The agent keeps
There we
getting
go.
4 or 5.
Yeah, my limit for that would be 10.
Alright, so go ahead and ask 10 questions about this computer.
Hold on a second. Yes?
Is it a Mac or a PC?
No.
Right. I apologize for that. That was awkward.
Right. You're down one question.
Why did someone else ask it for me? What did they ask?
I asked, is it a Mac or a PC?
Oh, neither of those exist anymore, you fool.
Yeah, the answer
Now-
was no.
Now everything is Transys. Just
Uh,
Transys. All right, first question. I am looking for any files on that would be labeled for the party.
Yes.
Okay, second
You do
question. I'm
find
looking.
a party plans folder.
Okay, that's useful. Second file that I am looking for. I am looking for a registry file. As for who the computer is registered to, what the computer's name is, all that stuff.
Alright, you find that file.
Right. Third file I'm looking for. Anything with access codes or passwords to the security system.
You don't find a convenient passwords file.
Figured. Am I able to find a file that might have the floor plan of the building on it? Anything that's marked renovations or anything like that?
probably do that in like some public office somewhere.
You find a floor plan file within the party plans directory.
Okay. That's 3. So fourth question. Is there a roster list of people who would be working that, like, people who live there or work there?
No.
Right. Is there a family photos file?
Yes.
Okay.
There
I
is
know-
a directory of folders that is split into several subdirectories.
Okay. Is there a can I tell how long that the okay. Can I tell how long the computer's been on?
Let me make a roll. Alright. 1 year.
They haven't turned it off in a year.
That is correct.
Wow. Can I tell if there's activity on the computer right now?
You'd have to check last edit dates of particular files.
Well, I'm going to check the last edit date of the party file. I presume.
Well,
that would
actually,
be
you could check last matrix action.
Yeah, let's do that. Which would be matrix search or probably matrix search.
Last matrix action. They closed a tab on their browser.
Huh. Okay. Can I bring up their internet history, or can I see their internet history?
You
And
can
do I
find the
wish I
file
did?
for it.
Okay, so I found a file for their internet history. Good to know. Is there anything about purchasing on there?
You'd
Is
have
there a
to
file?
check it.
Well, no, I'm talking about a separate file. Is there like a receipts file on there, like there was with the comlink?
Yeah, you could find that.
Okay. I'm down to like what, 2 questions?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping count.
Okay. Is there a webcam attached to this camera or to this computer?
Not that you can see.
Right. Are there any other devices attached to this computer?
Probably. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, since it's on the host, I do have a mark on the computer itself. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and get that party planner file. Because we
All right.
really need that.
Oh, you're gonna
That's-
copy the entire directory?
Will that let me copy all the files on the directory?
Makes sense.
All right. So my agent's going to assist with copying, so that's 3 dice. Not great.
Because it would either be that, or you'd have to like individually copy every photo in the photos folder.
I think we did that once before. Didn't it take like a half an hour?
I imagine it would.
Because I remember 15 files on a certain foundation.
All
Can
right,
we get
what was
like
that roll
the
for?
floor plan?
Right. That would be
that
in
was
the
the assist.
party planner file.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is to copy the contents of the PC.
The floor plan was said to be in the party plan file.
Okay, well,
Right,
I'm just
yep,
like
you got
saying
that.
from a metagame perspective, can we get like the location of the book and
Hey, look, it's
the
a floor plan.
so that way people other than the decker can do shit?
So many pools.
Yep, as soon as I get the floor plan, I'm going to send that out to everyone else.
Reflective. That's a big ol'. What's a motor court?
That's where you turn around large vehicles.
Yeah.
A lot of garages.
Yeah, they have 4 pools in the same area.
Fountain. Man, Fuse, I can't believe you made this map yourself. Guest lanai. Outdoor kitchen. It's a lanai. Looking it up.
But yeah, so we've got that information.
Do
It's
we
a
know where
port.
the book is?
All right. I'm going to start. In this case, since we have this information, is there anything in the photos file that would be like a picture of the guy standing in the library with a book, like just going through it? Is it like family photos, or did I accidentally run into the wife's secret Tinder
You'd have
account?
to get that folder too.
Apparently, WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children.
It
Or
stands for
walk-in
walk-in
closet.
Well, fucking Google didn't tell me that.
All right. So, in that case, I will then do the hacky thing for the folder.
Like, man, they have a lot of breastfeeding rooms in here.
Yeah, really. All right. 8 successes on accessing the folder.
Success.
Okay. Do I see any pictures of the book we're looking for?
No. You see a lot, like a lot of pictures of Giacinto Veronesi.
That's the kid, yeah.
Yes.
Ah. Are these pictures of him in the house?
Are they selfies?
Some of them. Oh yeah, there are tons of selfies. A lot of pictures of him and his friends at various locations. Very, very little of anybody else in his family.
So, usual teenager. Got it. Alright, after this is just going to be a whole bunch of rules for like putting together profiles and matching faces to information. So, if anybody else wants to do anything, I'm going to go back to lurking since people have a problem with me doing that.
Now you've been fairly swift with this, and a lot got done.
Just like I need to visualize this. Like I don't have any problem with you doing stuff now. It's like when I had nothing to literally work my brain around. It was kind of like, well, I'm not any help.
They have a TV on the floor plan.
And this map would be annotated. Like, here at the dinette, there are, like, they're saying that they're going to be moving that to make room for a stage.
For the party, or just in general?
Yeah, for the party.
Uh,
It's going to be organized around the family room, living room, dining room, and foyer.
Yay.
family room. Can you say that again?
The family room, living room, dining room, and foyer. All of the main rooms in the main
I see it.
room.
Sure, I see it. Wet bar. They should try that off. There's a stairway here, presumably. Nice little spiral staircase. And an elevator. We don't even know what the next floor looks like. Or maybe that's to the basement.
You need to do.
Dumb waiter.
The wet bar just says in all caps "open."
It'd be kind of crappy if it was a cash bar at a birthday party.
Where do you think the mafia get their money?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
They afford all of their expensive birthday parties through their expensive birthday parties. It's a perfect plan.
Spillover. Planter. Man, they're having a party and they're not even having access to the pool. Come on.
Alright.
Where's the doors?
Wow.
Like, every door that leaves the house goes through a bathroom. See this right here?
Except for the entry doors.
Yeah. Except for that.
And
All
these
four of
are
them.
annotated as sliding doors. That's what that symbol means.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, those are doors too?
Yeah, those are those are sliding doors based off the way they're noted on the floor plan.
You also would have seen those on the camera. Speaking of the cameras, based on what you're seeing on the plan, what you saw on the camera, you've determined that the cameras are here and here.
Okay. Only two of them?
Yes.
God, I hate this bougie fucking house.
You remember how I proposed arson? I'm just saying that's still on the fucking potential list.
We'll just set the explosives for like a week from now, so it's not tied to us, and we get paid.
Oh, we don't
I'd
need
rather not.
explosives. We just need incendiaries. Like we put one thermite. Oh God, I know what we do. Excuse me. I need to buy some mercury or some water reactive elements.
Nope.
So yeah. Do we have any way of tracking where this kid's typical his go-to places are?
I can build a profile on him if you want.
Yeah, like a map of his typical wherever's, because I think Decorus would like to hang around those areas to, well, yeah, okay. He would probably be more like upfront interested in someone who sings his favorite kind of music, especially if it's super fringe. But the talent agent or whoever is actually hiring people would be a more official way of getting into the party.
Well,
There's also the option of getting him excited, having him say, "Hey, it's like if you want me invited to your party, here's my number. Have your people call my people."
well, as an idea, if we can find the bar that he frequents, because I mean it's the weekend, so he's definitely not going to be at home for Friday and Saturday. So if we can find a bar that he frequents and hire like a cover band, and if you can just blow him away with your singing, you might be able to get him to invite you to his party.
Sure.
Plus, he's a teenager.
Decorus,
Yes.
give me an edge roll.
Edge roll. Got it. Ooh, a success.
Alright, you don't get as lucky as him going to a karaoke bar tonight.
But
Oh. He is going to a less expensive club.
a less expensive what? You cut out a sec.
Club.
Okay.
That will be tomorrow night.
Okay. So, I would use this time to, well, first of all, case the place, see what kind of attire is typical for the club he's going to, and if the two match up, the ideal would be to find out what the attire of the typical fan of this genre dress like that, and go to that club.
Right? They're looking at the pictures, you can see that their attire has a lot of clashing colors.
Sure. Okay. Um,
Everything just looks, sounds, and you can almost taste how awful it is.
is it like in terms of Shummer purchase items, it is the, what is it called? Hold on. Is it cheap material versus good
It
or
looks like
nice?
they made it themselves with no training.
Huh. All right. Well,
Do you have any fashion knowledge?
I have literature, but that's not really fashion. I have romantic literature for a knowledge skill, but not really.
Give me that at a -4.
Sure. Can I edge that? I'm gonna edge that. Whoa. A success.
It looks bad.
Can I try again at a -2?
Sure.
-2 plus -4. Yeah. And hold on. I'll edge that.
You
Give
can.
myself-
Are you gonna push the limit?
What's that do?
Add your edge instead of re-rolling 2 dice.
Is that a thing I can do post roll?
Yeah.
Sweet. I will
It
push
just
the limit
doesn't
on that.
explode the 6s that you rolled previously.
Okay. I will roll 6 extra dice. Yeah. All right. Whoa. Okay.
You did it. In your professional opinion, it looks really bad.
Does it look bad because I did a bad job, or does it look bad because I did a good job trying to make it look bad?
Like,
Yes.
their fashion looks awful.
And what I made looks very properly like this fashion.
Were you making something?
Oh, I thought this roll was for making a thing. Okay. Never mind. I get
That
it.
would be the disguise roll.
Sure. Which I don't have. I have impersonation.
Would you like a file with all the common fashions of this particular style?
If that'll give me a bonus to making it.
I don't know, would it?
I could
It
disguise
would
roll.
if such a thing could exist.
Such
Oh,
thing
right,
can exist. Would you like me to do it?
Due to the nature of this genre, I think it wouldn't exist specifically for the fashion for this. Is what he's saying.
Instagram probably still exists in the 6th world.
Yeah, but this is like, this is like the bleeding edge version of fashion.
Like, it's deconstructionist fashion.
All right.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're still gonna Instagram that. This kid had about 1 million selfies. But use those for reference.
So, Fuse, I
True.
thought when you were talking about me, and when we were making this, me making this roll and talking about it looks bad, I thought that was for me making something. Is it okay if I reclaim that edge that I used? Because I thought I was making my outfit.
Why
for
did you
going
think you were making something when you didn't
Because you were
say that
talking
you were
about-
doing that?
fashion. Yeah. I mean, you can say I don't reclaim it. I'm just asking if it'd be okay if I did.
Sure. You can reclaim
Okay.
one of them.
Sweet. I will reclaim one of them. Thank you. But yeah, because making that costume is something I want to do, or not that costume specifically, but something that fits the brand. Does anybody else have disguise?
I absolutely don't.
I do.
What's it at?
8.
Ooh,
That's something.
yeah. I could get 8 if I edged mine, pre-edged mine.
Are you kidding me? I'm defaulty in disguise and I have more dice than you do.
Yeah, because intelligence. So
Intuition.
yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. INT. Intuition. So you've got more than 8 dice.
No, that was being facetious. Not a
Oh.
dick. I'm sorry.
Okay, because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to my decker and ask him to make a costume for me.
And your decker looks at you. It's like, no.
I mean, Anon could probably do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's go to Anna. It's like, hey, honey, would you mind helping me with something? Little project for the job.
By
I
the way.
suppose.
I'm gonna give her a document of various examples of the clothing I've been seeing so far. It's like, now I want
I'm
you to withhold
going
your
to
judgment.
say you could also use artisan for this.
Cannot.
I don't have artisan. I have performance.
Can I assist myself with artisan? Wait, I don't even have artisan. Never mind.
Yeah, artisans. Could I leadership?
If you don't have artisan, didn't you say you were good at metalworking?
Oh wait, let me double check. Oh wait, no, I was thinking of it. I have it at rating 1. I was thinking of it in skill.
Okay, sweet. And
Could I
what's your
get-
dice?
Could I get the vendor book, like the list of vendors?
Book is that?
Hold on.
N- Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna. Decoris is going to like give a case file of examples of the kind of clothing. He's like, no, withhold your judgment. I know what it looks like, but I'm wanting an outfit that looks kind of like this. She'll give all the examples of these hideous clashing outfits.
Ugh.
Yeah,
I'll do it, but I won't like it.
Mutual. I will be willing to give a leadership test on this. I only have 2 points in it, so it's only going to be 2 dice, but you know. Should I roll that?
Sure.
What were
If
you
only
rolling?
if only I had intuition increases.
I'm rolling a leadership to help Inan with disguise or artisan.
Okay.
Just quiet.
Woo! So that's 2 because I have leadership with 2 points.
I thought it was based off of what my limit is, not what yours is.
I thought it was both.
It's
Or am I
based
thinking
on
of-
what their skill is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of teaching.
So that gives me 12.
Instruction, rather. Instruction is based off of my limit or my skill.
Alright, and hold on a second. As I have to make some rolls for random things.
Just so you know, if it doesn't have a sleaze rating, it can't be hidden.
Well,
Ominous
everything on a
life
host
advice.
automatically has a sleaze rating.
I'm just imagining that as like a motivational poster in like a really dim workplace. Just remember, if it doesn't have a sleaze rating, it can't be hidden.
Every spider should have that in their office.
Alright. 2 hidden icons. You spot dermal plating and a smart link.
Why would dermal plating have an icon?
Yeah.
Because it is cyberware.
But it doesn't. What the? That's
Not wireless. It has no computer.
Does it have a wireless bonus?
No.
Then why is it? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it has no wireless, then buy it with it literally would make all it would do would make you safer to buy it without the wireless.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Then they didn't. I'm
Apparently
guessing
not.
it like lights up. It's like they download patterns that glow into it.
Dermal plating. Are they both on the same the same construct?
They are both within the host.
Alright. You know what? I'm going to save that for later because you guys are busy.
You know,
6.
6 successes for a disguise.
Alright. So you create a work of art. This thing is horrible. It is absolutely horrendous. It is carefully designed to go against everything that fashion says looks appealing.
I think this will do.
Like, you are breaking every rule of fashion in several places.
I feel like I might lose essence just by wearing this.
I'd like to point out, as a postmodernist in real life, like, there are no rules of fashion, and all art is subjective, and the notion that there is, like, an objective sense of aesthetics is, in fact, really dumb.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
that
pack the
is
word
the entire concept that they are living by.
Well, then I deeply admire them in the Portland buildings, one of my favorite buildings on Earth, and anyone who thinks it's ugly can fight me IRL.
I'm gonna look up Portland building. This is what you're talking about. I mean, it looks fine.
It's a big controversy. It's a very postmodern building.
With like all the squares on it.
The cladding is the main thing.
I don't know. It looks fine to me. Looks like, yeah. Anyway.
I
sweet.
found Anon's outfit.
Alright, well, apparently, that is weird. Like, I tried to put an image of the Portland building onto the stream, but when I put it onto that browser, it just stops displaying.
Your browser has opinions.
Apparently, it's a modernist.
I won't show this. Nice outfits.
I also actually kind of like the crystal that they're on, but it's super annoying when you're inside of it.
What's that? What's that statue?
The statue is the spirit of something.
Portland?
Spirit of something.
Spirit of Portland.
It's like got a trident.
Oh, it's the statue of Portlandia.
I was almost right.
In some pictures, it's mirrored. Anyway, sweet. All right. Well, I've got an outfit. I've got a time and a place to be. Is there anything for music to play at this bar that I'm aiming to go at? You said no karaoke, but a band or like a live performance or any sort of even just like what's it called? Music list.
At that time, they currently have like planned a live performance by the band Nails on a Chalkboard.
Wonderful.
I think I've actually seen that noise band in real life.
I would not be surprised if that is a real band name.
And I have gone to totally postmodern noise band shows in Portland where everything is atonal.
Nails on a Chalkboard, their main feature is they actually bring a chalkboard.
Ooh.
See, it's not whether or not the music sounds good.
If I could get on stage with them, I feel like that would be a sure thing to get into the party.
Right, Decabyte. Over time, you are able to find the rest of the icons. You're seeing that they are all localized to one person. And this person has like dermal plating, muscle replacement, smart link, and wired reflexes. They're carrying 4 guns, and they have a nice comlink.
Wow. Are all 4 of those guns smart linked?
Yes.
That's okay. And you said wired reflexes too, and what else?
Muscle replacement.
Okay. Isn't muscle replacement BioWare?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Oh, it's toning and
Yeah, muscle toner and the other one are BioWare. Muscle replacement does both and is cyberware.
And this guy is on. He's on the host.
Yes.
Okay, I know what I'm going to do. So. Alright.
Oh, I completely forgot about his armor. He is wearing a Berwick suit, an Argentum coat, and a ballistic mask.
Alright, I'm going to do 6 rolls, in this case, for this guy. Since he's on the network, I have 1 mark on him, on all of his crap. 1 mark on the host. Love it. So here's the DM, or here's for the, Actually, you know what, do you want me to just do this open then?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was 4 successes on the assist. And I am going to be boosting my smoke and mirrors up to 4, so that would be a limit of 13.
And that also generates noise, correct?
Yeah, so that would reduce my roll by 4.
Alright. So less dice, higher limit.
Yeah, higher limit for less. And so I'm going to be forking data bombs onto 2 of those guns.
Can we wait like until we know whether or not we even need to deal with this guy? Since we're leaving a lot of like matrix traces that could blow up in our face if they do a security sweep.
Or blow up in their face.
Well, can you trust me to know that I know what I'm doing?
I'm just saying, like, we shouldn't leave any traces right now on principle of we're just doing legwork.
Well, I'm presuming that this guy is some kind of street Sam who's been hired on for security.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't preclude there being like a spider who checks every system and formats it every 24 hours or something.
I would go so far as to further that argument by saying, so far during our checks, a phone has turned off mid-check, and also while you were looking through cameras, one of the cameras turned off. There has been some suspicious activity going on.
Well, no, one of the computers shut down. But what I've been doing, and this is what went back to the GM, is I've basically run down all of the hidden icons on the server. So if there was a spider, he's not here.
Well, that doesn't preclude him or her coming back. I'm just saying, like, we should minimize. We're supposed to leave no trace socially, so we should also leave no trace, like, matrix-wise.
The less traces we leave, the better.
Oh,
Like, this is a risk we do not need to take.
on
Like,
the
even if it's
cameras,
almost 0 risk, it's still a risk we don't need.
That conversation has concluded between the 2 of them. The older one has left the room, and a short while after that, the other computer is no longer on the system.
And I mean, like, it's kind of distracting for our primary goal, which is locating the fucking book. Like, none of this matters unless we know where the book is.
Did this person have cyber eyes?
You only saw the smart link.
So they would have cyber eyes unless they have, like, glasses.
Like, you saw directly smart link, you didn't see any cyber eyes. Or any glasses.
Then he can't use smart link. Can he? Because
Yeah.
I thought you had to have SmartLink on.
You
You
can
can
have
implant it into your eye
yeah, you
directly.
can BioWare it, or you can. I don't know if I know that in 4E you could use conductive skin and have it so that your entire link was functionally wired and thus did not appear on any network.
You don't need cyber eyes in order to use any of the eye enhancement cyberware. It just makes it cost capacity instead of essence.
All right.
But you can have things like SmartLink implanted directly into your retina.
All right. I'm just gonna go and spoof into the SmartLink then, so I can see what his SmartLink sees.
You're snooping?
Yeah.
Alright. So you give up the camera feeds in order to get tactical data on the family room.
All right. I'll just keep on recording this guy until my Overwatch score gets too close to max, and that's what all I'm gonna do for now. And see what he sees in the house.
What areas do we have eyes on right now with the cameras, or have we had eyes on?
Mostly the outside. You could see into the family room from the backdoor cameras.
And we just have a physical description of the book. We don't have like a photograph of it.
You have
we
a
can
photograph.
cross-reference. Okay, that's good.
Sweet.
Right, and this
I mean-
is not, like, SmartLink is not a camera.
So, question.
Uh,
Why can't we just fly spy into the house?
So it would have the gun cams connected.
Why can't we just fly spy into the house, have our little bug fly around until we spot the book?
You
Decker?
can try that.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, if that's what you want to do,
Well, do you have? I suppose here's my question: do you have a more subtle way of locating the book, since that is literally the only thing that matters right now?
well, they are very small.
Yeah, like just have a mosquito fly into the house that sees the book. How much do you care if your drone gets swatted into a wall?
Well, they're 35,000 apiece, so
Okay, so 35,000
or
much.
3,500 apiece. Sorry.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, that
Those
don't
are
change.
very different numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an extra zero on that. All right. If you guys want to do something, I need to look up some swarm rules really quick.
Aren't you just sending the one?
Yeah, we just need one camera.
The more cameras you send in there, the more likely they are to be found.
Yeah. If the family's like, oh, a fly, rather than, man, this house has a lot of flies here lately. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
they're all gone suddenly.
Yeah.
This house sure does have a lot of mechanical mosquitoes flying around.
Yeah.
All right, we do
Yeah.
have a car, right?
You're the rigger.
No, I'm asking this to Sophie because I know that we put money aside for a transport vehicle of some kind.
Yeah. We bought a I think it's a bulldog.
You didn't write it down, did you?
Oh no, I have it written down. I just I have a cat on me. So
These
Wait.
stairs are confusing me.
Well, there's a reason that I want to run this as a swarm because I do get a bonus for running it as a swarm.
And they get a bonus to, hey, look at all those drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I just I just need to think out loud here for a second.
It's,
Our primary
oh, go ahead.
Primary.
our primary objective is to alert nobody. That means no matter what dice penalty we're taking, if it increases or if it decreases our probability of them spotting it, that is our primary dice pool that we are worried about. Their capacity to spot versus our capacity to stay hidden. We
All right,
have
let me explain how this works.
5
It's
days to
David
do it.
Goliath, by the way.
All right, let me explain how this works, okay? If I link a set of drones into a swarm, which is to be a 6-drone swarm, I then roll vehicle skill plus reaction with a handling and then a modifier on terrain and number of drones. So basically I add that dice pool to being able to sneak into the house. So it will be then when they roll, they're already rolling at a -6 perception, okay? Because they're micro drones. But if I need to stealth, I can then add that bonus to their action of stealthing.
That doesn't sound right. I don't think adding more drones should. Like, I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I believe that the dice bonus exists. I'm just saying realistically, I think adding more bugs should make it easier to spot the bugs.
Well,
Okay, let me.
it works as like they're like threading their like processing power together. That's how it's.
Like, okay, let me explain to you, like, word, like, as written. Used with multiple drones, this action allows pilots controlling the drones to coordinate and attack more efficiently, dancing a deadly ballet. When rigging into a drone, the driver makes a vehicle skill plus reaction, handling, terrain plus number of drones test. If successful, the net hits are added to the dice pool for the drone for any drone involved in the test for any subsequent attacks during. Oh, sorry, that's for combat.
Okay, there we
Thinking
go.
the wrong thing.
And
So-
even if it did add to stealth, there would also be additional penalties for having a bunch of them.
Yeah. So I say one drone. Do you say one drone?
Yeah, that's fine.
I like how the pantry is like connected to the bedroom. I guess it's not connected. There's a door there, but there's just
Meridian, 9,
in case you want a snack.
12.
Because I mean, like, at least just like from my perspective here, literally nothing we do matters until we find that book. Since for all we know right now, he's having a party on Sunday. The book is in a storage unit in fucking New Jersey.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, all right, I got invited to the party. I like convinced the dad to let me roam around the house unsupervised, and there is no book here.
Yeah, like we could like worst case scenario, it's in fucking Jersey City right now.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, it's on the metaplanes.
Worst case scenario, there is no book, and this is a trap.
But no matter which of those three just terrible scenarios it is, all of those are prevented by us locating the book.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It doesn't prevent the worst case scenario of there is no book because life is an illusion, you're all dead.
Worst case, not the worst case scenario is this book is like of world-ending blood magic, and we are handing it off to someone who can use it.
That doesn't matter as long as you get paid.
All right, Aslan. But look, shiny Nuyen.
Shit, if only I didn't take the combat one.
Ha ha ha.
No, I'm lamenting my decision in rigor control console specifically for this.
Oh man, it's almost like preparing for every possible scenario is more difficult than specializing. Almost like that.
Almost.
Almost. The first floor, garage. The second floor, garage. The third floor, garage.
Okay, so best way to do that probably be the Omni mic. Okay, so I'm going to be sending in 2 drones.
Okay,
They have a mix of sensors, so you're going to have to deal with that.
sure. I mean, 2 is better than 6. Like, oh, there's 2 mosquitoes in here.
They're the size, they're roughly 6 centimeters across, so I mean, they're not huge. So,
Just make sure that you, like, have them hang around the kitchen for a while. It's like, oh, there's food. See.
What time do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this like in the middle of the day, or do you want me to do this at night?
Middle of the day would make sense because that would give us the closest condition to what the party's going to be like, or what the house is going to be like during the party.
Well, the party's at night.
Oh, okay, then opposite of that then. Nighttime, all around.
All right. So how do you want me to do this? Roll. So what do you want me to give you?
$20.
No, because it's like. So I'm going to be doing this jumped in. So, like, do you just want me to give you piloting, or?
Well, I
Hold
mean,
on.
don't we have to get you closer to the location?
I'm going to drive out there and park somewhere, but yes.
Okay, yeah, but we'll do that, and we'll have either Anon or myself or both of us be your security team just in case. Like, in the vehicle while you're jumped in, just in case, like, NYPD Inc. shows up and taps on the glass.
Give me a logic plus sleaze.
I mean, if the cops show up, we're like, hi, we work for you, remember?
All
Well,
right.
we don't work for them. We're working for Winter Systems right now.
Yeah, but just generally, we work for law enforcement, yeah?
We
It doesn't work
subcontract
that
that.
way.
Yeah, we are not on the fucking clock right now as far as the cops are concerned.
You're specifically being hired for that reason.
Right. Do
Because
you
we're
want
not the cops.
base or modified sleaze?
Oh, your current sleaze.
Oh, my current sleaze is 14.
Good.
How the? I'm not.
How did I accomplish this? I'm using smoke and mirrors at full force for 5 extra sleaze at 5 noise, and then the fire or the stealth program, which gives me an additional sleaze.
You may be asking, how can you have 14 and a half sleeves? Before we talk about that, die.
Oh, that's not right.
Spoofing the smart clink.
There you go.
22. Ooh, that's a lot of ones.
All right, that is the result.
That amount of successes is entirely ones.
I know. Could you imagine critical glitching that? That would have been a train wreck.
Your successes are a critical glitch. It's all ones.
So here
Yep.
is... Sure, let's make it pink. Here's the thing.
Oh! It's not a tumor.
There you go. Move that around wherever you're going.
Okay. Flying in, first place I would go, probably the study.
All right. You squeeze in through the door. And you are now looking around in the study. Give me a perception.
Stop it.
It was Mr. McGillicuddy with the hatchet.
Perception is 9.
The paperback copy of the book Hatchet.
Am I using logic or jacked in perception, or that would be logic?
Oh, I guess.
Okay.
Where do you get that from?
Jacked in, you replace technical skills with physical skills with logic and intuition.
Huh. Wouldn't that just be intuition, though?
Oh,
Since
yeah,
it already
would be.
is?
I'm doing a Yan.
What?
Right?
What does that mean?
Here's
does
my
that mean?
perception.
What does that
Replace it
mean?
with intelligence.
Uh, intelligence tuition. Jeez.
All
All
right,
right.
so you're looking around the study. The first thing you notice immediately is that the man from before, presumably Guido Veronesi, is at the desk. He
I thought you were gonna
is
say looking right
writing
at.
in something, and you're able to tell from the edges of the book that he's writing in that it is the target book.
Oh.
Hey, just take it right now.
They'll.
Just like, hey, something really weird happened. A swarm of flies came in and stole my book.
I'll steal it.
Would
No
you
one
like me
will
to?
ever know.
No, seriously, do you want me to?
No.
That seems like a bad idea.
Unwise.
I can do it.
If we could save state right here, I'd like to see what would happen.
Like,
You
want to know
wish.
how? You want to know how I would do it?
I'm curious now.
As long as Fuse
Okay.
doesn't interpret it as happening.
Also,
Okay.
I want you to give me, like, before anything, give me a sneaking roll for your drone, like a physical sneaking.
You're
'Cause
not
there is
fleet.
another person in that room.
You're not fleet. You have no excuse. Oh, well, I guess I have to roll composure to not steal it right now.
Physical sneaking. Okay. Great roll. There you go. 2 successes. Not a tragic failure.
Not quite a glitch.
But I will edge that because I'm concerned about being spotted.
Ooh,
4 successes.
nice doubling.
All right. I'm glad that you edged that.
Remember, they're operating at a -6 for spotting me.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, because it's a micro drone. Perception
Ah.
rolls against it are at a -6.
Okay.
There you go.
Get RPC to bring that down to a -12.
12.
I was going to
Numbers.
have it be an increased threshold.
Hey,
it's
this
actually
isn't
the same
third
result.
edition.
What's up? Anon?
Oh, sorry, I was making a joke about third edition.
Third edition.
So yeah, the guard in the room does not react.
There's if he did see us, would he be like, "Hey, mosquitoes," or would he be like, "Hey, drones"?
No, this thing looks like a drone.
No. Well then, hey, drones.
Yeah.
If
you're curious-
you spot it, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
It's not like the Fly Spy, which has realistic features.
Well, the fly spy looks like a giant wasp. Just a very realistic giant wasp.
Yeah, either way, you want to kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, have you ever seen one of those Japanese finger wasps? It basically looks like that.
I want to get a drone. I want to get a drone to make it look like a hummingbird. Like, sure, you'll see it, but
Oh, a
Yeah.
hummingbird.
yeah, it's like, hey, good luck catching it. First of all, second of all,
So what are you going to
Yeah.
do? You
Alright,
have
since I've
eyes
got-
on the book.
I'm just going to go and fly this little guy and like, is there like a bookshelf somewhere? Someplace high up that it can land,
Yeah, there are plenty of bookshelves around the room.
Mr. Mosquito.
right? It'll fly to to the top of a bookshelf where it's out of sight but can still keep track of where Guido is.
You should have one of your drones split off and go find the kid.
Yeah, one of your one drone
Oh, I thought he brought 2. Yeah, he did for different sensors. Yeah.
Did you?
Well, I was considering it, and then everyone's like, "No!"
Oh, I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, have more sensors so you can pick more shit up.
We were just objecting to the giant swarm of mosquitoes flying through the house together as an organized unit.
You don't really know. Like they're all these are all the same drone. They're all the same micro skimmers.
Yeah, but like just based on physics, the more of them there are, the more likely they are to get seen. So doubling the chances of
That's
being
not
seen
physics.
isn't just as bad as sextupling it.
That's not physics, though.
Whatever.
All right. So while that drone is doing that, did you want to know how it was planning to get this thing? I mean, it's theoretically possible.
I'm just gonna trust you on it. Can we focus on actually getting it?
Tell us
Okay,
later.
fine.
Tell us later.
Well, I'm finished up with my with what I'm doing until that guy decides to move. So
Yeah, he just keeps watching it until the book leaves the study. Yeah. Or leaves the desk and being written at the very least. Now what, GM?
yes, what happens
Right.
next, GM?
You continue watching him.
Sweet. Time passes.
Eventually, he closes the book.
Yes,
And then he gets up. And then he leaves the room.
is the book still there?
Yep.
Sweet.
And the guard also leaves the room.
Door closed, locked?
Yep. Close the doors behind them. Turn off the lights.
In that order. Outside
Okay.
the switch.
Let's cross-reference this with the party plan. Is there anything scheduled on the party for in the study?
There is not. That
Okay,
whole
so-
side of the house is off limits.
Okay, so now we've established what our basic criteria are.
Question: is this kid's birthday? He is 17, and it is his 18th birthday, or he's turning 17?
17th birthday.
Okay, 17th birthday.
Question 1: were we actually going to replace this book with something, or no?
We could forge just a brown book with gold binding, or shit. I don't suppose this could be done retroactively, but what would have been a useful use of that time was what's in the book, drones.
You want me to roll your perception to see if the drone saw?
You already did a perception. So you saw 2 pages from the book, one of which was blank.
Was in a language that we understand?
That's a good question.
This translation software, I'm not worried about it. Did I actually see what was on the page?
Yes.
What
You
kind
probably
of
would have
words
been writing in Italian.
Okay, but translation software apparently. So unless there's some rules about that, let's hear what he wrote.
Oh, what translation software do you have?
I was just going to go download something off of, future
Okay.
Google.
You can
There's a
download
specific-
Linguisofts, but you need cyberware to use them.
There is that one specific thing, but that it's like a lifestyle cost thing. I can't remember what it is exactly.
The Linguisoft subscription? Or the...
Like Mona Lisa or something.
Yeah.
There's something about. Well, Mona Lisa's for faces, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Golden something? Golden Carnivore?
That's it.
carnivore.
Yeah, carnivore gold. That's a thing. What does it do?
Let's see. Street gear, lifestyle, add lifestyle, carnivore gold. Check. Cutting aces 144. Opening the reader.
This service is a mashup of a linguistic database and code-breaking software. It allows users to translate unknown languages that they may have no other way of understanding, including coded communication developed exclusively for small groups of people. This service allows the user to make a computer plus device rating of device running the service test in place of language plus intuition to understand what was said.
So I want us to spend 5 minutes to go and sign up for Carnivore Gold.
You talk to Anon since we're purchasing it. It is 200. Wow, it's just 250 Nuyen a month.
I mean,
It's
I feel
also
like that-
illegal, but you have license to do that.
I feel like that's like a pretty good thing, like a pretty valid business expense.
Yeah, I would put that on the P card.
That should definitely have already been there.
GM willing to retcon that being a thing?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
We have
Should
carnivore.
probably get like all of those subscriptions.
Yeah, I'm
Fashion.
adding it to the spreadsheet right now.
Fashion. Turn to the left. Fashion. Right.
And I
Okay.
presume that we're putting this on the deck, so there. 4 successes. Computer plus device rating.
All right.
Do
So
you want
you're
data
able
host
to
subscription?
translate it.
Hold on a sec.
Did I ever get the vendor list, Fuse?
Oh, right. I'll get to that later.
Okay, because it's not in a public access area.
Is a dock wagon contract per person or could it be per group?
It's per person. And then you also probably want to get one of their alert bracelets.
We have Dock Wagon.
Oh, we do?
Does, yeah. Tallied into our expenses.
Wonderful. Is it
So,
basic for all of us?
What you're seeing
Platinum.
here doesn't really look like much on its own. Like, it's definitely not incriminating.
What does it say? Or of what nature is it? It's like taxes, talk about what diary, what happened today. Just random words. Fox jumped over this lazy dog.
Like, if it was written in code, you would be able to translate it just as easily as Italian
Sure.
because of Carnivore Gold.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, it's just descriptions of what's going on, various like Nuyen amounts.
Huh.
It's
well,
actually both a
not really.
manifest and a manifesto.
Suggestion. Go around the house, see if there's any other books that look like this. Because there could be several.
Alright. If this is what you desire.
It is.
Okay. I presume the places that I would want to check probably bedrooms.
Sure.
So I will take the drone and fly it into the master suite.
So things that we need to figure out, just tell me if I'm missing anything. 1, how we get into the party in general, and 2, how we get from the public area into the study. Those are like our primary big stumbling blocks right now, correct?
Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, yeah, so Decorus is covering one angle of getting into the party. Decorus definitely intends on getting y'all into the party as well. Well, who wants to be there?
I'm just debating how we, like, I guess I'm just trying to figure out, like, even once we're in, how do we get into the study? Because that determines how many people we want to get in. Because if we have a way to, like, get into the study through the doors, that's one thing. If we have to, like, silently cut through a wooden panel, that's a different thing. From, like, the bathroom, that's a different thing.
Then now might be actually a good time to go back to an earlier plan. Decabite, you said you could have stolen the book right and then and there. Does that mean you could steal the book with your drones at any time? Because during the party, if we can get the book in and out, if Velasca or Inan could just like open a window, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it would take a little bit of coordination, but I can just fly it out. I can
Yeah.
do it right now if you open up a window right now.
Back on the subject of vendor lists.
Nice.
Based on the information you found, it looks like the Sun is handling all of the hiring personally and on an individual basis.
Huh. Neato.
So there goes my plan of like paying off like whoever was baking the birthday cake to like let us in as one of their staff members. Because that was like simple plan A, which is like, hey, do you want to accept like 10,000 new yen to hire us for a day and not ask any questions?
You
Yeah,
do
Decorus-
find the name of the pastry chef.
I mean, seriously, that could be the plan. Is we like either like pay him or her off, or we fucking kidnap them for like 12 hours.
So, question. I actually have two questions.
Yeah.
Okay. The first question is, so the purpose of going to the party is to steal the book and then give it to the Winter Systems guy.
Yes.
Okay. Second question. Since the book is sitting unguarded in a study right now, and the only thing stopping us from taking it right now is the door to the veranda, does anyone have lockpick?
There is one more thing that is preventing us from doing that. The fact that we want to make sure they don't know it's missing. This is discretion. It's not just, not doing it under their nose.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be worse if we walked up to the veranda with a tire iron and smashed the window and grabbed it, but the drone plan, at least when we don't have cover, is still potentially hazardous.
Should I not? This must have been in a previous version. I'm buying the lock-a-pick because pretty sure I had that, but then I had to remake my character.
No. So anyway, the drone's gone to the master suite. I do believe the plan was to look for more copies of the book.
Yes.
Alright, so give me an edge roll.
Who, me?
Yes.
One success.
Alright, so as you're flying by through the foyer, you notice that there is a guard at the door. They don't happen to look in your direction, so you don't have to make any tests to hide.
Sweet.
Is this guard the heavily armed one with all the cyberware and the guns?
They're not wearing that suit.
But
So no heroic suit. Good to know.
not wearing the suit. What's in the master suite?
Yep.
Suite.
So you squeeze your way into the master suite. It is as lavish as it sounds.
Again, a TV written into the floor plan.
How big is
Yeah.
that thing?
The size of 6 centimeters, so
So
3-inch
2.3
diameter.
meters across.
A mini theater.
Yeah.
So let's call that an
Right.
even 2 meters just across.
These little protrusions on the side might not be part of the screen. They might be part of this. They might be like a speaker
Yeah, like
or
a
something.
table that the screen is on.
Sure.
They saved the wall mounted the wall TV for the living room.
Right?
Do
And
I see
there's
anything
the sitting area with a nice view of the backyard. There's another desk there. There's some dressers in addition to the walk-in closets. Plenty of tables to put wherever you want to put things. Generally, more of everything you could possibly want than you could ever need.
So it's very nice. But the real question is, does it have the book? A book.
That looks like that.
No.
Sweet.
Does anyone else get like McMansion Hell vibes from this floor plan?
Not really.
I don't know what that is.
It's an architecture blog
All right.
that critiques like really terrible houses that have too many rooms and are clearly designed by people who don't know how to build buildings, but instead build rooms inside of buildings.
Well, if I don't see anything in the master suite, I'll take a quick peek in the living room. Do you need a stealth for that, or?
I would go. I would go out on a limb and say the book's probably going to be in any area that is considered off limits. So, well, check the living room, I guess. Yeah, but
Does it look like there's anything on a pedestal in there?
No. It's a
Okay.
very nice living room.
In that case, I'm gonna go to the family room. Anything in there?
Yeah, there's a stealth roll.
as you see, yeah,
Fantastic.
there's a family.
Yeah. Three successes.
Sledge that.
Well, I got one more edge to use. But I may as well.
2, 5.
All right, so in the family room, you see Jacinto sitting on a couch yet again. Looks like he's playing a game on his comlink. And there is that heavily armed man next to him. Just
Is he also playing a
standing
game?
there. No,
Guess we know who the bodyguard is.
he's just looking back and forth over the family room.
Great. So all we've seen is the mob boss in his guard and the kid in his guard. Right?
Also, the Master Suite Guard.
I
If
presume
that book turned out to be a false lead, I'm sorry, I'm also making myself a dinner.
All right.
Did it or it?
Yeah, we're not finding it to be. Not yet. We're still looking.
I'm sorry, I'm not clear. Do we have evidence that the book that was in the study is not the one we're looking for?
No.
We're just making certain because it's like that was too easy, you know.
I don't know, the fact that the study's door opens onto the foyer and there's literally no way to get in there without being seen by fucking everyone at the party does not seem too easy to me.
Well, there's the. Is that a door? Is that a door out into the veranda or a window?
That's a door out into the veranda, but it's gonna look kind of weird if we climb up a veranda in front of a fountain.
I don't feel like that'd go very well.
Yeah, there's some social faux pas at fancy parties. Climbing the architecture is one of them.
I don't know, I
Yeah.
feel like we're making this strangely more complicated than it needs to be.
Sure. All right. We just want to all agree that's probably the book.
Yeah.
All right. I'm fine.
Alright? Then it'll go out through a vent somewhere and escape. Might even be the same vent.
Woo. All right. Now that we've drained Decabite of Edge, huh?
Oh, nothing.
Thank you for your service.
But yes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other random shit that I can do, but I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks to you, we know where the book is. Probably.
On that last roll, I forgot to subtract the 6. Not that it matters since you didn't get seen anyway.
Wah wah.
So, I have a potentially crazy plan.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I like potentially crazy.
Well, Anon can be functionally invisible, correct?
I mean, I have multiple ways of being. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, so we send Decorus in
Sure.
to scout out with an invite to the party if we can get one. She makes sure no one's headed into the foyer, or from the foyer into the study. We get invisible Anon up to the veranda and either open a window and let the drones grab it, or she herself grabs it while the drones watch to make sure no one's inside the study or no spiders are. And we also make sure no spiders are watching any cameras that might be in the study. We grab the book, make it invisible, and then Anon climbs off of the veranda around the fountain, and then we hang out in the van until Decorus is done and drive her home after a fun party.
I can confirm there's no cameras in the study.
Is that
So,
too simple?
how are we getting Anon into the study?
By her being functionally invisible and lots of people coming and going from the property and just following a car in. Or being
my
in
only
your
problem-
car
question.
while being functionally invisible.
My only problem with that is that despite functional invisibility, a door opened still looks like a door opened. If we could get some way to either illusion that the door is still closed, or because it does open,
Or we could just wait for the hallway to be empty.
maybe Decorus could try to pull everyone into the family room. Yada yada. But yeah, so like if we could either get the door open only 2 times, once for in, once for out, and Anon, while being invisible, sneaks in while the door is open or out, and out while open. Or there's the distraction idea: get the door to not be looked at, open the door however many times you fucking want, or
Get up
some
on the
sort of-
veranda.
or that.
Yeah, just
Hey.
open a window.
Does anyone have an illusion spell for creating illusions?
My illusions are all very real and involve explosives, so I think I'm tapped out here.
My only illusions are improved invisibility and stealth.
Oh, I'd like to get some logic intuition rolls.
From
Me?
Decabite and Decorus especially.
okay. Logic, intuition.
So I have another question that I feel we've been kind of glossing over, but really shouldn't be glossing over. We don't have a forged copy of the book, and we don't know a forger who can do it. And now we need to go and do a rush job on getting the book because we only have 2 days to get it done.
I mean,
I don't.
like we were never gonna be able to get something that looks legit on the inside. All we need is like a cover, basically, something that looks real, like without interacting with it.
Decabite. While you were looking through all of the information, you noticed that all of the employees, every one of the son's friends, and everyone that's being hired are all human.
Oh, it's alright.
Okay. Decorus is an elf.
Ooh.
Well,
Well,
So let's talk
elf
about
to,
the.
elf to human isn't too hard to fake. There's the ears and some height stuff going on, but
I mean, there are tall humans.
yeah. So I could reasonably impersonate a human.
I think somebody has a knife.
Shut up.
I have heal spells.
I'm not cutting my ears off.
Yeah, because that's totally not mutilation.
I could impersonate a human, like just flat out.
While you're performing and moving around, like, will that hold up to stress?
It depends on the quality of your disguise.
Or we could just hope that, like, I convince the kid enough that he makes an exception for, like, one person who's really good at singing the kind of music he really likes.
I think you've got a better chance of just faking being human.
Sure. All right. Before we go through that effort, can we find any proof that this is some sort of racial discrimination going on? That this is a family that does not like to mix with their affiliations? Can we find any evidence of that?
I do believe the mafia is in fact a racial kind of thing, where they only take humans. But I don't know about their hiring practices.
Yeah,
So,
okay, I mean, it's just like, let me take, hey, Baker, let me take a look at your entire squad. Nope, there's an elf there. Can't hire you unless you kick them off. Would that be a thing that would happen?
I think mafia handles that kind of stuff in-house.
Well, first things first, does Decabite bring this up to Decorus?
As soon as Decabite realizes, like, all the people that are being hired on are humans, like, is it 100% humans? Because it's not too unreasonable a stretch to assume that once 100% humans, it's racial. It's a race thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe we get lucky and it's like all those KKK meetings where they hire black servers because racists also be super into servitude of people who are not of their race, but barring that.
Sure. Well,
there is one troll that's being hired as the bouncer.
I
God.
could roll a disguise. Huh?
Oh no, I was gonna do a bit, but continue.
I believe how it works is impersonation. The net hits you get from impersonation stack with the net hits from disguise roll, and that becomes.
Yeah.
So I could just.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around.
So disguise stacks with impersonation.
Yeah, I mean, disguise gives you a bonus on impersonation.
Functionally, it's the same thing.
Disguise. Yeah. What'd you say, Fuse? So okay, I can just roll both of them, and the net hits will stack.
Well, you make a disguise roll, then you have that disguise. Then whenever you're impersonating, you add that to your impersonation.
Right. If I would like to get out of the way now. if I roll all that now, can that carry over to the day of the party?
Well, the disguise would still be there.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I can make the disguise for you again.
That'd be nice, and I will leadership you.
Like, impersonation is something that you have to do in the moment.
Okay.
Give me leadership or give me death.
Leadership, not death. 3.
I'll refresh my edge by the time of the party.
Sure.
5.
I would offer to make you a really nice AR kind of display thing, but I suck at art.
More like ART.
So you've got something in place to disguise the ears that's not too uncomfortable.
Give it a few hours.
You just have very, very big ears.
No. Alright. Sweet. So I'll try to limit myself to wearing this for only a few hours at a time. But, so I don't want to crease my ears or anything. Other than that, I can impersonate when the time comes. Is there anything we'd like to do up until the time of the club meeting? Can you make me any, or Inon, can you make me any sort of magic spells for charisma? Is that a thing?
Just use more Nova Coke. It doesn't sound like anybody else is doing anything.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Sounds like people are holding on.
To your
Dreams.
It's gonna be our butts, isn't it?
What about butts?
I think we're supposed to hold on to them.
Butts.
Oh.
Okay.
Can't wait to get that sound clip isolated.
Butts.
Okay. Fuck. No. None of my spells help with this. I mean, I could pour some oil on your drone if that helps.
My drone?
I meant decabytes because I've got some analyzed devices, but that doesn't apply here. So I think, I mean, my stockpiles are full. I've got nothing else. I think it's time to crash the party.
So you can't do any charisma magic?
Oh, charisma magic? No.
Okay.
I've got-
You wouldn't pour the oil on the drone. You would give it to the person using the drone.
Yeah, but it affects a particular. I guess it's semantic. I've only got logic and agility.
It's like
Alright.
the preparation touches the person touches the drone.
So,
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Spatial sense, that'll be useful for on the job. Yeah, I'll just carry all this with me. If anyone, unless anyone has anything else, I think we're good for the day of the party.
Do we want me in the van in case things go wrong.
Yes, please.
Potentially assisting the infiltration team or me as a +1, since I can do any of those.
The only concern I have right now is how I'm going to get on stage with the band that's singing at the club, thus ensuring invitation to partay.
I mean, how subtle do you want to be? Because when the band goes on smoke break, I could break some lit singer's legs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if we could get one of the singers, or the main singer ideally, to, drop out for any reason.
Well, why not just hire the band and then put you in as a singer and then bribe the guy at the bar to go and let you go on stage?
Yeah, that might be simple.
So, what's that plan?
Go to the band and offer them, like, a couple thousand new yen to let you sing with them?
Like, the ideal is, well, first of all, I don't know if the band would respect currency as lord as much as other people do, considering their
Well,
genre. Second of all, I feel I would like, in respect to Anon, to avoid using bribes as much as possible, especially considering I'm the face.
Why specifically in respect to me?
Because you do the currency.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah.
Yeah, like, unless we have an allotment for this is how much we can afford to use per month on bribes. I don't think
we should probably do that.
Yeah, you probably should have
I'll
a bribe.
crunch some numbers after this.
All right.
just to clarify, we really shouldn't be afraid to use money for bribes since we're getting paid a lot more money for doing the job.
Yeah, and I mean we already
Don't be stingy.
met this month's solvency minimum.
I would like to note, in terms of required new yen per month, again, Decorus does have debt 10. I'll do some crunching on that, but there is an amount.
That's your own problem.
Okay, cool, but guess where my money is coming from? Us. So my
Yeah, so you
problem
handle it. You handle it with salary.
What's my salary?
We've already discussed this. It's half of everything we make after we hit our minimum.
All right, well, there we go.
All right, each of us gets half.
You know what I mean.
All right, so are you heading over to that club?
Yeah, I'm wearing both disguises. Should I roll impersonation twice for both human and postmodernist?
No,
Okay. Should I roll impersonation once?
I do not have a token for you.
I use Pauline from Super Mario Odyssey.
Well, I don't have that.
I'm gonna go ahead and be in the van, just in case.
So, question. Since you're going to be going up and playing yourself up as this big, whatever this particular genre of music is,
Sure.
you want me to put you together like a fake space page or something with your face and all this information and shit for you?
Sure. I should also probably get a fake comlink. That's something I should be investing in.
This is like
Oh my god.
club.
Hi. Yeah, I'm doing that, aren't I?
I don't know. I just asked. The reason that I asked this question is because I don't know about you, but when I hear a song that I like, usually my first step is to go and find out more about the people singing it, also where the song is.
All right, yeah. I'll leave it to you to make up a page of stuff. I'll give you a list of artists that I'm currently able of impersonating. And you'll be just like, does covers of such and such, working on indie album unreleased. Join my Patreon to find out more. Comlinks.
I'm just debating whether or not I should pick up like a collapsible baton in case we have to go, how do I want to put this? Tonya Harding in this situation?
Alright, Anon, I am putting 100 new yen towards just a simple run-of-the-mill Metalink. Unless somebody thinks I should get a higher rating device.
Are you putting it on my pan? Because then you'll be fine.
Okay, sweet.
Great. Excellent.
Metalink.
All right, and do you have forgery for that fake website?
Have what?
I'm sorry, you just broke up on me really bad.
Do you have forgery for the fake website?
Forgery?
To make it look realistic?
I mean, we could just make a real website. A real page on a real website.
I have some dice and forgery, yes. Would you like me to roll you these dice and forgery?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have my agent assist me or no?
Yeah.
Lord Fuse on the quest to get one of his players to roll forgery this game.
Yep. All right.
So that is limited by your skill rating.
Skill rating is 8.
Oh.
Oh no, that's a lie. Skill rating is 0.
Whoa.
I'm defaulting
Shit.
on that.
Oh. So, no, you can't get assisted.
Can't even get leadership, huh? Boy, oh boy, this would be so much easier if someone didn't encourage me to use all my edge. Never mind. There you go. Here, 3 successes.
Alright, so looks like a perfectly accurate banned person website to the untrained eye at a glance.
Okay, so the website, the page is done. It's published. It's finished. Can I roll leadership or something to fine tune it to more what the type of genre is about, aka something that would represent me, the artist, in a more personal way?
There probably would have been more helpful before
I want you to roll the hits that you got on putting yourself in that mindset.
That was 11 dice.
Yes.
All right, I am rolling 11 dice. 4.
Alright, you add your personal touch to the website.
Yay!
Do you comment on the website?
No, I don't leave a comment on my own. I mean, I might.
No.
That sounds kind of
Decabyte's going to look at you, and Decabyte's going to be like, so how do you like it?
I like it, except... And she'll just kind of like reach over him and start typing on his keyboard.
Yeah, his keyboard. That thing that he has.
Yeah.
I don't have a keyboard. It's in my brain.
So.
Start typing on his brain.
That seems legit.
You get to the club.
Wow! The club.
Hey, are you gonna walk in like, what up, I got a big cock?
I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna walk in like, what's up? Half of you already know this.
Alright, so you have control of your token.
Who am I?
Up in the upper left.
I had a Snively. A Snivy.
Snivy.
Yeah.
You know,
this
like
looks
Ivy.
familiar.
Are those hockey players?
It's a crowd of people dancing. Ignore the weapons. They're dancing.
With their, decorative dancing
So,
sticks.
you're lucky I had a club map just sitting around in the archives.
You suggested the club.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Who just
important
made
note.
a white rectangle?
An SAC meeting before
Who's
the
putting
club
right
start?
rectangles? Oh, okay.
I wanted to.
I can only get rid of one.
Before I do show up, I wanted to specify. I wanted to show up like at a time when the band would still be setting up, like maybe before they even unpack.
Because remember, we established that all toilets are gender neutral.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let me.
SAC meeting.
Society for Creative Anachronism. They're like weird Ren Fair people.
Society for Anachronistic Creativity, SAC.
Yeah. SCA should be that. I don't care. Strategic Air Command is far more important. If I'm going to remember one acronym, it's going to be that.
So here's a question. Did we decide to bribe the band, or are we going to be shooting someone?
I don't think we should shoot them.
My first call is going to be, hey, what's up? Like your stuff. I think I'm good. I think I'm good enough to be on the band. Let me be on stage with you just today.
Well, the first thing you should do is walk up the stairs. Ooh, that was tiring. Give me a stamina.
Well, like I said, I did want to show up and, like, before entering the building, I wanted to talk to the band, like, as they're setting up.
Well,
Like,
they're going to be setting up in the building.
I mean, surely they came in a van of some sort or some other vehicle.
Alright, so you're coming super early.
Yeah.
Alright, so just ignore the crowd, because I'm not going to bother putting them on the GM layer.
Sure. So, yeah, I go around the building to wherever I would rationalize them coming in.
There's only the 2 entrances, and one of them is a fire exit.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the alarm off the fire exit.
If you can.
Okay.
Just remember to turn it on later. Turn it back on later.
Be careful with that. You might have an unfortunate situation right at the end of a run.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be, like, sitting there like a lollipop or something, ironic, and like waiting for the band to come up or like to pull up, park, start bringing their gear in.
Alright. So the band is coming in.
Alright. And as they park, I'm going to go saunter up to them. I'm dressed in that outfit that was created so masterfully.
Mm-hmm.
And as, like, one of the members comes up, I'm going to, like, stick out a hand, offer it for a shake. Like, yo, big fan.
Hey, you're here a bit early.
Yeah, I don't really respect normal time people try to function by.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, so
How to phrase this one?
Huh?
I was just saying, it's like, how are you going to phrase this one?
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm a big fan of your work. I'm a singer myself, personally. In fact, I go so far as to say, like, you guys are amazing. I kind of base myself of what you do. It'd be a real honor, not that matters or anything, but if you could, give me a chance to sing for you. Maybe I could sing on stage just tonight with y'all. I'm not a cool person. Listen.
Alright, let me go check social modifiers.
-10.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to knock out the singer, you can borrow my eyeball drone with a narcoject in it.
No,
NPC is friendly +2.
Nice.
Desired
Hold on.
result.
I am rolling negotiation bargaining, yeah?
No.
18, or not bargaining, diplomacy, right? The other
Yeah,
one.
diplomacy.
Alright, so 18 plus 2 becomes 20, yeah? Alright.
18 plus 2 is in fact 20.
Alright.
Desired result is harmful -3.
Alright, back to 18. I am adding 1 because this is important enough. I definitely would have been using my perfume, which gives me +1 to stuff.
Subject has romantic attraction to character +2.
Alright.
Character is intoxicated -1 to resist. You both have background knowledge, nobody's blackmailing, so that's it.
All right. There's one more thing to be accounted for. Hold on, let me find it. This is A150. Yes, good looking and knows it. On the bright side, I can ignore 2 points of negative modifiers on any social test. So, +2. Oh, and this is a day later from everything else. Do I gain an edge?
Did you have a good breakfast?
Sure.
Okay.
Alright. D6. Greater than 5. There's that, and I'm edging that. 22 and a 6. 16. Yeah. Nice. 11.
Hmm. No, that's not a very normal request. I like
know
it.
Yes.
But you really should make sure to try doing your own thing. It's kind of the point.
Of course, of course. Something about getting yourself out there.
Well, in my experience, going outside the norm is good for that.
Rock on. Alright, as my request was, like, that I could sing for them, and they decide if they let me on. Or with my successes, did they just decide, like, yeah, it's whatever, you can come on anyway? Or should I do a sing test
It's like,
first?
come on the stage with us.
Oh, sweet. And that's come on stage to test you out?
Like, at the performance.
Oh, so I'm already there.
Yeah, just jump on the stage during our second song.
Sweet.
Did you look up what kind of songs they do?
I can look that up now.
Do you mean that I can look it up now and then send it to you?
Sure. I have been, like, studying that stuff all of yesterday. Like, other than making that couple outfits, I was spending, like, the entire day studying the genre itself.
Yeah,
So
give me
surely
an
I came
edge roll.
across them at some point.
Hey, Fuse.
What?
Can I order a collapsible baton off of Future Amazon and have it delivered by drone to the van? Because we might need it.
Yeah, sure. Alright. 3 successes on your edge roll. This
Yes.
is nails on a chalkboard.
Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, we're the post yodeling. Wow. All right, sweet. So I do it. It's done, and I do it.
You do it too, Lars. Boom.
All right, so fast forward, I guess.
Well, first you have to get inside.
Sure. So,
You got an invitation?
is this an invitation only club? I was like, I'm with the band.
I don't believe you.
I want to belt some power chords.
we don't accept ID. Only music.
This
I want
actually
you
just Scott
to
Pilgrim.
leadership an impersonation with your performance.
You want me to roll
Yeah,
leadership?
teamwork at using
Alright.
your performance.
So I'm rolling
So
leadership.
roll a
yeah.
No, you roll a
Okay.
performance and use that to
Okay.
teamwork your impersonation.
All right, this is my performance singing. 7. And impersonation, 21 becomes 28.
What's the skill rating?
For performance, 6. Okay, so minus 1 dice.
For impersonation.
Oh, 5.
Alright, so
Okay,
that's
so
minus
5.
2.
All right, so only 12
But
successes.
also the disguise.
All
Not
right,
that it
sure.
matters, because I believe you've already hit your social limit.
Yeah. That proof enough?
Right? He just gives you a bow and motions you through.
Is this some sort of Dadaist Scott Pilgrim versus the World homage?
No.
Do you want it to be? Because we could do that.
I do live in Toronto, so my life basically is already Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
You have my sympathy.
Alright, so you move through the not crowd.
Sure. So this is still before this, whatever.
Yeah.
And they asked me to, during their second song,
Yeah. So
show up.
time passes.
Right.
So I need a perception roll, hearing,
Okay.
to figure out when the first song ends and the second begins.
All right. That is my. I'll edge. Well, hold on. I edged the first test. Yeah.
Yeah.
During this scene, I haven't been keeping track. So 6 and 5 became 10 or 11. Other 3 was its own thing. Yeah. 18. Okay, so I've only spent 1 edge so far. I'm going to spend another edge. 5.
Alright, you're able to find where it changes.
All right.
It's
And
very difficult to tell.
wonderful, but right on cue, at the moment when, or a couple moments before singing would happen, the crowd's rocking out, the band's picking up with their next song. I throw myself onto the stage.
Roll throwing weapons. Alright, so you jump up onto the stage. Do you do like any kind of flashy jumps or something, or do you just get up?
I don't have gymnastics. Also, I have nobody to impress, so it's fine.
You have everybody to impress.
But
That's
that
literally what you're here for.
if I try to impress them, listen. I have nobody to impress,
So
and
you
that's
don't
impressive.
you don't try to do any crazy jumps or anything. So give me your performance.
Performance. All right.
Is there anything you'd accept that would be able to assist with performance?
And is there anything? I'm edging that definitely. And yeah, is there anything that someone wants to assist me with performance with?
You got a white noise generator?
No.
18 minus becomes 13.
Do you need me to make references to Scott Pilgrim or other features of Canadian culture? Because I can do that. I could make female bacon jokes.
Wonderful. Divided 4. That became 3. Became 2.
All right. So you got 4 net hits over their social limit. So you're performing 4 net hits better than the band is capable of.
So this right in with the already train wreck music. Got it.
Better in quotation marks than the band is capable of.
Yeah, so you transform this into like a lesson for them. Like you just take the whole concept and you run with it. You are within that mindset. For this song, that is your life.
Wonderful. All right, I want to look out in the crowd. Do I see the kid?
When you open your eyes, like the crowd has invaded the stage and are attempting to grab you.
Have I seen anything about like crowd on singer violence within this genre?
No.
In my studies. Alright, I let it
Ignore the
happen.
weapons.
I let it happen.
I do believe there's a minigun on top of the truck if you'd like me to open fire into the building.
Right, so they're screaming, cheering, just moving you around.
Alright, I continue belching out the chords as they're...
I was gonna offer to do pyrotechnics for this, but you seem to have it on your own.
Yeah, I was going to offer to go and hack the lights and give you a light show, but I guess we don't need that, do we?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I could probably just use some low-yield deck cord and, like, some colored incendiaries to make, like, star mortars. That'd be fun. And not at all dangerous.
But conveniently, Run Faster has stats for Rockstar, which is close enough. It's like, yeah, you performed significantly better than they can. The crowd loves you.
So did they eventually return me to the stage or whatever?
Give me a perception.
Visual?
Yes. You're definitely not hearing anything here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna edge that.
Alright, you look out for Jacinto, but like through all the lights and the throbbing music and the crowd just kind of tossing you around in various directions, you can't really find him.
Yeah, and that's why I was waiting to. If they returned me to the stage, I wanted to look out at the crowd and see if I see him.
Hey, I got a question. Is Jacinto's comlink back on?
It is.
All right. I would like to go and tag him for Decorus.
Oh, nice.
I thought you were just gonna open a web tab to her website already.
Yep.
I'd like to see if you're if you're capable of. I would like to. Not that, of course, he was able to tell you this currently, but I'd like to see what his current texts are. Because if he see if he's talking about me.
I can do that too if you really want me to. Sure.
Yeah, Decabite, if you're checking the social media, like the mystery singer like hashtag is exploding.
Yeah. I mean, I will notify you of that. Oh, and swapping some things around really quick. And I'm going to tag this guy now
Nice.
with 8 successes. If you're going to roll the opposing roll for his comlink, it is sleaze plus intuition.
Alright, so nothing.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy lights up in the crowd. Like it'll tell you basically frickin' everything about this dude, including his like biomonitor stats and if he's on drugs and literally everything else you want to know.
If that's
is like
available.
Scott Pilgrim. That is like
including
Scott Pilgrim.
including like the best way to murder him.
He's
That's-
also streaming that performance, like on his social media page.
Wonderful. All right, so yeah, again, if the crowd ever surfs me back to the stage,
So let's put a purple.
oh,
Big guy.
Let's put him here.
yeah, I just like I look out in the crowd and like as if scanning over it, and when I see him, I give him a wink.
Right. A few seconds later, a post goes up on his social media. I think she winked at me. So after things calm down,
Yeah, and I leave the stage after the second song unless they.
well, yeah, you were removed from the stage.
Yeah. Sure.
They eventually put you back down.
All right.
On the stage.
Like no, it's in the crowd. You're being asked for like all of the autographs.
Sure. I'll give some like X's.
Like what? You have a stage name with the website. What is it?
Sure. Art Deco. Or just Deco.
Do you need?
Subtle.
So here's a real question. After this performance, what's the public awareness of Deco going to be?
I think you might have to take like the local fame quality.
more like internet fame.
I don't know. Would you
there's-
like to get
There is
Yeah,
an internet thing.
Yeah, it
probably.
would be internet fame. That is the
Like,
perfect use for it.
This is pretty much like the exact like 1970s archetype. Someone plays an amazing fucking stage show and disappears. Like this is the kind of shit that was happening at like the El Rio and like Haight Ashbury. Or no, El Rio's in like there or like north of Folsom.
People are going to be talking about Daco for ages. It's like, yeah, like she popped up on her like the website right before her first and only performance.
Well, she's got one more performance coming up.
like
On that note, Jacinto
I
is
guess.
approaching you.
Alright, I have a lollipop back in my mouth. I'm just kind of leaning against a wall, looking the other way.
Yeah, that's unsubtle.
Sup, kid?
Kid.
The only way that could be any more or less subtle was if that was the lollipop that was E.
Lollipop that was
Wow.
what?
E.
Ecstasy?
Oh. There's a cat that wants in my lap.
I feel like that would be like overdose levels of ecstasy, though, wouldn't it?
Well, it's really hard to overdose on ecstasy, and two, you usually just lace in a very small amount.
Sure. Nope,
Those what were those like gummy rings that like used to be marketed to kids?
I think they were just gummy rings.
So
Yeah, like those things. Yeah, those are really popular as methods of delivering E too.
you interested in a repeat performance?
Depends. Where's it at? I don't like doing too big a show, you know.
It would be a smaller crowd.
Alright. Sure. I'm down.
It'd be 11 p.m. at Drive.
Sure. I'll be there. I want to say I'll be there or not. We'll see.
Does he try to take a selfie with you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Alright. I'll be looking the other way in the selfie. Like looking off camera.
And I'll immediately hack that comm link and get rid of that so he can't find you later.
Oh, he's already put it on social media.
But yeah, let's try to wrap up the thing tonight.
So
Yeah.
there's your legwork done.
All right, and yeah, like at some point or another, be it at the party or before I go there, Decorus or Deco would tell the kids like, yeah, it's like I'll be there, so my groupie or my roadie rather, and that will be whoever's coming with.
I thought I was sneaking in.
Oh, if you're sneaking in, then yeah, never mind.
Yeah, we just need to
Decabite can be your roadie.
I could be
You bring a
too,
bodyguard.
but I think they would fucking notice my cyberware.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, my bodyguard could be with me.
Would you like the drone?
Yeah, I hate bodyguards. Takes me ages to ditch mine.
Ditch yours? Oh, he says that?
Yeah.
You should have seen what kind of work it took to get here unnoticed. But you know, avoiding them too long upsets the higher ups. Or no, I definitely wouldn't say that.
No, definitely not.
I'm trying to think
The higher up. Those corporate suits that I work for.
No. God, it's a Christian noise band.
Yeah, I can feel it.
The only noise I respect is the Lord.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no. Sure. Yeah, we have some more chit chats, yada yada. And
So is Glacia going in? I missed what was decided on that front.
I can be there inside as emergency extraction cover.
Okay.
In case things go wrong, but I'll otherwise just stick to the edges and try to. I mean, I'm gonna assume they're probably gonna want me to turn off my radar sensor. Otherwise, I can switch that to
Passive mode.
ultra wideband and see through walls for yeah.
Nice.
I mean, you can't turn radar onto passive. Well, I mean,
oh wait, no, I was
you
thinking,
only pick up radio signals.
I was thinking about ultra. Yeah.
Also, if there are any like fucking harm missiles, I'm fucked.
I don't think anyone's gonna be firing harm missiles.
Just, I want to point that out. That if we ever run into a situation where someone's wild weaseling, I'm fucked.
Oh, hey, babe.
Yeah?
Felicia, does she have high fashion?
Yeah, she does. She has a... yeah, I'm definitely going to look like a bodyguard in this. I have a Zoe executive suite suit.
Yeah. Because of how fashionable that is, I'd be like, yeah. It's like, my guard keeps me safe, but she's kind of a square, so...
I have a sleeping tiger and a long coat, if you want to borrow that.
What is this? Which one's the sleeping tiger?
It's like I always imagined it as like a suit sort of thing. It has ruthenium polymer.
Won't they notice that?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I think I'm just gonna go with my suit.
Alright.
Alright, well, for now, I'm going to end the stream here. You guys have a week to figure out what you're doing. Till then, see y'all next time.
Wait. Oh wait, are you talking to the stream or to us?
to the stream.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.